Hello, everybody, and welcome to session 9 of Infinite Fantasy. Say hello, most of the guys.
Hello, most of the cast. Guys, you keep hanging me out to dry on this.
At this point, it's
I
almost
have
just
never done it,
punishment for Kristen.
so I don't know why there's ever an expectation that I will, but I am disappointed in both Maddie and Chris. For you, Kristen.
I just want to see how it felt not to say anything for once.
It feels good, right? It feels good to not be part of the ludicrous
I don't think it does.
feeling of a bit. It feels great.
You've also definitely stolen spit before. But anyways.
Yeah, but only when I do it by accident in the preparation of the session.
Last time the party broke into this facility, or stealthed into this facility, we should say, stealing some uniforms, having gotten lucky, and managed to kind of talk their way around the facility enough to get into the inner research facility. At which point they locked the doors, beat up the scientists, and went for the prize at the end, wherein they were able to release the Esper Ifrit, who, being a creature of fire and anger, decided to fight them, as he is wont to do. After a battle in which, half the party was severely injured or went down, the other half not taking too much damage, you guys find yourselves kind of sitting up, recuperating, having gained further powers from this Esper bond, as Ifrit seems to send his ether into the bond that was already there with Sprite.
I think Zed will walk across the walkway towards where the three seemingly more injured people are, having glanced at Asta and not noticed a particularly bad injury because he is not perceptive. And we'll just call out and go, "Are you all alive?"
Yeah. I think Roscoe's still on the
Great.
ground.
Well,
Oh yeah, I was like standing on top of you to get the kill.
well,
Yeah, Roscoe's just like,
you can
have you
sleep
gotten
when
off
this
of
is
me,
over.
or are you still standing on me?
It's like we're still in the dramatic pose with the rapier up and the blade booming, and I think she's still on top of you.
Was it that thing that knocked me down, or was it you? If it was you, good hit.
Look, I just remember finding you like this, okay? A stiff breeze, maybe?
Alright, well, you're not any type of breeze, so get off.
Sure, Agatha gets off.
I'm assuming Silas will walk over and cure wounds Agatha and then Roscoe. So I'm just going to roll that. Zed will call out again and say, "Well, now we have to get out."
Yes, we do.
I assume there's not some convenient side escape hatch.
I will look around for a convenient side escape hatch.
Sure, make me an investigation
This one's
check.
for Roscoe. Investigation, you say? Ah. A bat flies directly into my eyeball.
You're kind of like overwhelmed, perhaps, by the like as you're looking around, like all the pockets of lava, the crystals, etc. You don't see anything that obviously screams to you as like, oh, this is a second way out.
Can I go to a computer terminal and try to find a map?
Sure. I think you already kind of looked at one previously. If you go,
I think I had, yeah.
you go and click clack away, maybe trying to see if there's like some hidden portion of the schematics that wasn't on like the kind of generic map you looked at. Give me an I guess artificer's tools. Or tinker's tools, whatever. That's what we're using for computers here.
Nice.
Oh, was almost a 1. But it's not. 30.
You get a pretty thorough like set of schematics that you scan through quickly. There it seems to be a one-way out kind of scenario.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't build a back shaft or anything like that. There's some like air shafts, but they're not big enough for a person to fit through.
Looks like we gotta go back out the way we came in, folks.
That's good.
you-
That means we know the way.
You do know that there are rooms in this part of the facility that you did not go into.
Yeah.
Like living quarters, and then some other rooms with different experiments, or the same kinds of experiments, but slightly different versions, perhaps.
I think Roscoe will call out, and ask to type away at the console. Oh, well, if not a way out, is there anything we can use? Supplies, maybe.
There are some barracks. Partway down, we can see what there's there if we have time. I also don't know how
The
much
more-
we will run into other people.
The more new
And we're
places
still-
we see, the more people that Roscoe will be forced to punch to death.
And we're still planning on, rescuing the people who are like trapped here and getting experimented on, right?
Oh,
That's still part of the plan.
that was never part of the plan.
It should be part of the plan.
Alice will say, I'm not entirely sure there's still people. Creature was pretty heavily experimental. But could try.
I think there's probably still a person underneath that. So are we sticking here? Or are we getting moving?
I mean, Zed will, I think, start to move back exactly the way we came through. Zed doesn't want to go to new places because of the risk of having to kill scientists who may deserve to die, but the Empire is going to kill them for their failure anyway, and he knows that that is as merciless as Roscoe's fists are anyway.
Yeah, you can just start
Already made
making
a
your
big
way
mistake.
back down this way. Heading through the doors that you've already been through and out that way. What's everybody else doing while that's happening?
I think Roscoe sighs, specifically at what Agatha said. Looks, for once, kind of tired. Kind of more like of his age. What specifically to Agatha? The longer that we stay here, the more people will be gathered outside that door. The harder it's going to be to get out. We're at least going to back through the room. We're at least going to back through the room that we came in. I can't stop
We can
whatever
get
you want
that
to do.
guy.
I can't stop whatever you want to do in there, but if I can at least say a piece. The Empire is shit. I don't know exactly what they did to these people here. I'm not smart enough. But I know if I was in that position and I didn't know, or even wasn't myself anymore, the largest kindness someone could do for me would be to put an end to it. Sometimes that is freedom.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm going to ask you directly. Are you suggesting? So you're not trying to coach me out of it right now?
I've never been able to really tell you anything. I'm just speaking aloud. And Roscoe will begin to head after Zed.
Yeah, Agatha is schlumping after as well.
If I have a moment, since they were having conversation, and I assume Silas is more likely to stick back, that Asta has come up here. Zed's waiting at this door, by the way. Assuming
Yeah.
this is the room with the
Yes, this is the thing.
ethical dilemma.
This is the ethical dilemma. At least one of
Sure.
them. The one that you saw.
Sure. In a world where Zed accepts that it's an ethical dilemma, he says to Asta, how easy is it to lock this door?
Shouldn't be too terribly difficult.
Okay. Is there like a emergency press
Gonna lock
button
and melt
to lock down the door? No,
Nothing
Zed just wants
so
to have the ability
obvious.
to lock down the door.
Yeah, nothing
It
so
doesn't-
obvious, but like you can
Yeah.
tell that clearly all these doors are designed to have like make
Security
it so that
locks.
the security locks, so that the actual physical part isn't operable.
Great. I mean, I have like +3
Mhm.
intelligence, and then from the Empire. Is it something that Zed can just work out how to close this door and it not want to open?
Yeah, you could probably. I mean, again, just becomes a time factor at a certain point.
Great. I will then, instead of asking Asta, I'll be standing there getting it ready to press the button to lock the door.
From the other side,
From this side.
Oh, that's how we have to get out. No?
Zed has his own stuff going on.
okay.
Leave me alone.
I just
From
want
this
to.
side.
I just want to be clear. You are locking yourself in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
If this door needs to lock, Zed is going to be the one locking it from this side.
Okay. Got it. Perfect. Yes, that is totally possible.
Great. He's just like standing in a very hopefully not foreshadowy way, like Biggs and or Wedge and or Jesse at the start of Final Fantasy VII, waiting for Cloud to wander past, waiting for the protagonist to protagonist their way through his life.
Yeah, anyway, so have I
Yes.
entered the room yet?
Yes, the others of you enter into the room at this point in time.
I just realized those 3 little things that look like game controllers are stairs.
Oh, yeah, they do kind of
Yeah.
look like game
Yeah,
controllers.
they must
Yes, they are intended to be stairs.
So,
Zed gestures that people go through the door as they come in.
hey, last session, I did identify the release button.
Yeah. You still have to say it.
Agatha slumps over with determination, but it's still a slump. And like side eyes everybody in the room and then pushes the button.
All right.
What did you just press, Agatha?
They're pressing the release. It's pretty obvious to anybody who's like looking like what is about to happen. They're pressing a big button. The lights in the room turn red. Like as a warning thing, and you can see like the sides of the coffin of the lid start to like steam. Start to like steam release. It is not like an immediate thing. There is about 6 seconds, basically a full round. If you wanted to at this point, like not be in the room. That there is enough time before like this thing is opened to do something.
Zed is gesturing people to move through the door and get out of the room where the bad thing probably is about to happen.
Yep. Amenable to that.
Yeah, Silas is out of.
Is that also going through the door?
Zed's thinking about it. The fact that Agatha left immediately and wasn't like, well, I'm gonna like do a welfare check on this person, makes Zed gives Zed pause, and it's like, well, if it is a person that we can save, now I like have to check on them because otherwise they're just gonna die. But he will, with all of the years of them having worked together very intermittently, wave Roscoe through with a confidence that he knows what he's doing. But I will stay and see what comes out of this thing.
Okay.
With my hand hovering on the lock button.
Okay, since you are the one in the room, can you roll me a d20?
Sure.
It's plus some stuff. That's not super important. Okay. After a moment, the door fully opens and like slides out basically. The creature inside like takes a step, stumbling out. And it looks something like this. At this point, it is like so heavily twisted. Because even while you guys were in the room, it was still like being kind of changed shapes a little bit. However, it seems incredibly weakened outside of like the ether bath that it had been in. And so kind of just like slumps to the floor. Not dead in this moment, but it seems like it perhaps needs a long time to recover. It failed its con save against this effect, or this, to be kind of active in this moment.
Zed sees that,
it
turns
seems
around, like
aware, conscious, but it's not like saying anything. It's just like lowly, like kind of grasping out.
I think Zed looks at it and thinks about like the threat that poses in the immediate next 30 seconds, which is how long they need to be outside and dealing with other problems. And kind of just there's a moment when he's like, nobody's watching. He doesn't like, he knows that nobody can see his face, and he's just genuinely very sad. And like there's a moment where he sees the version of the world where this was the mission and like the failure that this would have been. But then like resolutely changes his countenance and it's like, but it wasn't. And turns around and just keeps walking and assumes that you guys are like towards the door by this point.
This main door does seem to be sealed as well. Whenever that
I
guy
remember that.
pressed the trigger, it did seal that door. So Asta will probably have to figure a way to do a release, because it's not intended to be released from the inside at this point.
I will, in that case, get to work locking this door behind us.
Is it a metal door?
It is. Yes. Why do you ask? Because that is, yes, it is made out of metal, but it is not like just a metal door. Is how I would
No, I
phrase
know.
it. Okay, yeah.
Because I have heat metal prepared.
It's true, you do. Can you output the spell
So
for
could I
me?
use that in conjunction? Yeah. Do not cast the spell.
Or is a manufactured metal object.
Yeah.
So if I could do that in addition to, like, use the heat metal as almost a guide to get into the locking mechanism or something, and then actually get in there with my.
I'll give you
tools.
advantage if you use heat metal. I'll say.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Which tools would this be?
I think we're kind of going forward with Tinker's tools is computers, unless otherwise stated.
Whoops, I forgot to hit advantage. Be better. Well, 23.
I mean, 23 is pretty good. There is a moment where you're like getting to a point where it's like stuck, like you've gotten some of the mechanism moving, and then there's one where it's just like it keeps booting you out, and you just cast heat metal on that bit and have Roscoe like rip it off to get past that moment. And then the rest, it takes some time, probably long enough that I would say at this point, if you had a spell you were concentrating on, it's probably dropped. Mainly, I think that's Silas and
I'll get rid of Silas as well.
their.
I mean, Silas would have broke Spirit Guardians, I think.
Oh yeah, they had Spirit Guardians. So, but it's not long enough for a short rest. But if somebody wanted to, they could maybe, I will say for Agatha, Silas, and Roscoe, you have about a minute-ish if you want to be doing something in this space.
Roscoe assumes in a one entryway facility with highly experimental things done and things like that there is probably around here somewhere, hopefully nearby, some form of med kit or like emergency
That would
something
think,
like that.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
He is looking for that.
Roscoe, one more punch right here, and then go look.
Ah!
Thank you.
Touches it.
Thank you, sir.
It's a flat 0 for me, Chief. Oh, it was almost a 19.
Oh, the
Well, I would
one.
offer a help action, but Agatha is being sullen in a corner, actually.
Can I pitch that Roscoe pours water in his hand like a Resident Evil hero, and that thinks that's gonna heal it?
I just find a vial, pop it.
Roscoe,
I actively-
pour water.
I actively poison myself.
Yeah, so you there's probably one point where you're looking at it like you're gliding over it, or you have it like in your hand, but you're like looking for like the red or probably green like plus sign on the box that like marks out as a med kit, and it doesn't have that. It like has a bunch of words on it, but it is the med kit. But you toss it over your shoulder, not realizing what you've picked up because you're like, it's not what you immediately expect.
Doesn't just say potion. It's like the long, unabbreviated word medical terminology for a potion.
It's like
Aquavitae.
yeah, in a box somewhere.
Ruska's like, I don't understand these words.
Oh, what is it? And you hear the
It's like,
you hear the glass break as you toss it over your shoulder, but you know it's the science stuff.
That's fine.
Roscoe finds 24 elixirs and thinks that they are water.
It's all mega elixirs.
What is this shit?
I guess that also you have a little bit of time if you wanted to. I don't know if you wanted to do something.
I'm
Look
locking
at
the door,
something.
then I theoretically would be either
Yeah, that
talking
does take a
to,
little bit of time.
yeah. If I have the extra time, I'll talk to Silas or go and help Roscoe after it's too late to actually help.
I think Silas is just kind of watching. They had probably like stood back in the door to look at the creature while you were still in it. They just had like distaste on their mouth, in a very nasty fashion. But when you lock the door to turn and look, say, I hope that if that person is still in there, they're able to get some revenge, perhaps.
I don't think the person's still in there. I think that's
Should we destroy this
Or-
facility somehow? Is that, you know, another kind of like looking around?
Zed looks around and goes, I thought about if we should destroy that monster. But he kind of shrugs and goes, if Ifrit's power couldn't take this down, only a self-destruct would be able to, and I suspect that would need to be done from the command center. And I don't really want to hang around long enough to do that.
They're kind of nodding.
If sometime in the future that creature comes back and is the reason I die and you live, can you make sure that my tombstone says I told you so?
I will be sure that you have an appropriate epitaph.
It's the same as lying. I think Silas, who has high insight, presumably. Actually, I have to roll, so it's too good at deception. Yeah. Silas probably recognizes somebody that's making a joke to like break the tension of like quite a somber feeling that they both have. But like, who's to say? Zed could be a sociopath.
Maybe. As that is kind of finishing up, Asta, you like get to the last sequence and the door like
Got it,
finally
let's go.
slides open.
Good job, Asta.
Roscoe hears the door begin to slide open. He will abandon whatever he's doing and then step in front of Asta in case there's, I don't know, a missile or like a rail cannon that wants to hit him before he rages.
Yeah, I'll move closer to the door in case there's people on the other side
enough.
of it.
Yes, we're
Yes, there are 7,000 people on the other side of it.
less than you might think, more than you might hope.
Hey,
That's nothing.
I have minimal AoE capabilities.
If
So
is there time between the door opening and seeing the first Imperial soldier boot for Roscoe to enter a preemptive trance and it not go to waste?
surely this door doesn't open upwards.
No, it definitely opens like
Okay.
sliding in. In
Now
and
wait,
out.
is there enough time? Is there enough time for me to roll a stealth check to hide in that corner that I am
Well, you had a full-
having a temper tantrum in?
You had a full minute, so
True, you did.
Roll for temper tantrum.
If you
Yes.
want to just not go out, sure, that's fine. You could just not be in the open when the door is opening. I mean, that's kind of up to you guys. If you want to like hide in this room, wait for them to come in, that is an option. If you want to go out, that's a different option. So what is happening? Is it both? That makes it a little complicated for me, but we could do that.
No, I'm gonna
I
roll
think-
this stealth check for the top of the minute, not for right now. Actually, I was hiding from y'all.
Yeah, I think that is like letting them flood into this. If there's 40 people, letting them flood into this place is bad. Make them come
Mhm.
through the 6-person wide doorway.
Yeah,
A
that's gonna
6-person
be a.
funnel is better than no funnel. As the door's opening, he says, like, Asta, how many grenades do you have left?
Like one.
I think 1. No, I have 3. That's not right.
This has got
I
a
think I
real
have one.
Force 10 from Neverone vibe to it. I feel like we're going to be left on the wrong side of the river.
oh Lord.
Okay, so
Okay,
let me
I guess
describe it
Harrison
a little
Ford.
bit. So the door's open. It's not like there's no immediate like gun barrels like fire. You're getting immediately fired on, right? There's the bit of the like the tunnel walkway before you get to the door, which seems relatively empty. So at first glance, it appears pretty clear at the moment.
Zed looks
Yeah,
around
I
and
think
says,
I'm about to say, yeah, I think Roscoe looks at Zed as you leaving or hungry.
Zed, I think Zed chuckles and says, since there's no other way out, we got to go through them eventually. I don't think all 5 of us can hide. he pointedly looks everywhere except for at Silas.
I agree.
Yeah. So I think we
Let's move.
like Zed will like move forward with Roscoe at the front and assume the other 3 will follow. And if not,
Asta draws her gun. And Heather is done at her side ready.
Zed watches you draw your gun and is like, well, I guess, and draws his gun. His very rarely fired gun.
It's so rare that Roscoe isn't actually aware that you have a gun.
No, you've seen Zed have a gun because
Okay,
there's
yeah,
times that it's been called for him to be dressed in a way that has a gun. But you can tell that it's an unused pistol. I think I showed it last session, actually.
So
Well, that's not great.
okay, you guys can see.
That's fine.
So I didn't put Agatha and Silas on this map yet because Silas would be waiting to make sure that Agatha is.
I was following behind.
Okay, you're fine. That's fine. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm gonna put you guys slightly off map.
Yeah, but slouchily.
Yeah, slumpily and very, very, very important. So you guys are kind of
If there's
still.
the hood on the hoodie, it's up. The drawstrings pulled tight. Actually,
You guys are still in like the slope of before you get to like where Asta Zed and Roscoe are standing at the kind of at the top of the rise here. Which when you do get to the
As
rise,
soon as we see
there's a
people-
bunch of Imperial soldiers
Zed,
standing around,
Zed simply has to
Not
try
standing
and just
around.
says,
gearing up to go in.
"Oh, thank God! Experiment number 155. The Aetheryte soldier escaped."
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Roscoe is walking out noticeably injured, and I did state did not take off his soldier armor.
It's true.
I still have mine on.
No, I did take
So
mine off. I did change.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
I'm wearing an
that-
Empire kind of breastplate anyway, but
so Zed's yelling that, and it's followed and flanked by 2 injured, what looks like Imperial soldiers.
what's the disadvantage button? Is it control?
I think so, yes. Should be.
Well, it rolled 2. 21.
All right. They're suspicious enough that they don't lower their guns, but they're not immediately firing. One of them kind of steps forward and will say, "Drop your weapons. We were told that there was a breach break-in."
Sure, Zed literally throws his pistol into the lava. Here we go.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna start moving to.
I will
Like
step forward so that I'm here for if they're coming. If it looks like they're coming
Yeah.
to restrain us,
Yes.
I want to do something when a certain amount of people are within a suitable cone in front of me.
I will also say, if it seems like there is not an immediate, they're about to rush us type thing, if someone is approaching Roscoe with the intent of some type of restraint, I do want to make a check to throw them into the lava.
Also, just so I'm
That's
painting a full picture, these big guns on this map are real and they are aimed in your general direction as well. Just so we're clear
Or
about
like
that
left.
aspect. It's not just these guys. But yeah, they're moving towards you in a like, we've got our guns up, we're walking, we're not like charging you or anything. So you tell me when something happens.
Hang on, I'm rewriting the spell to.
I'll
to be correct for this.
I'll pause a second then.
So is this an accurate number of people that are in this area?
Yeah, that are visibly like standing
Visibly,
out with their guns. Yeah.
And are the guns like enclosed guns?
Yes, these are manned from the inside.
Okay, and how many do, so 1, 2... Is it just 2, or about the little, small ones? They look like they had to be
These
manned.
ones are here. These seem automated to your eyes.
Gotcha.
For the ones that are fully enclosed, that are like manned from the inside, are
Mhm.
there like windows where we can see the guys? Or are they like?
There are windows. It's pretty thick glass. It's like, like double pane, bulletproof, designed to keep the heat out. But there is glass, and you can see shapes in there.
So, like,
Batman.
say if a spell requires sight.
Yes, depending on what the spell is, I guess.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
But yeah, I would say most spells that require sight you'd still cast.
I think, Chris, does Zed know Roscoe well enough to know that the likelihood that Roscoe is going to let himself just be captured is 0?
You know Roscoe well enough that you probably looked at him to confirm that, and you see him actively looking back over his shoulder at the bubbling magma.
Okay. Zed looks like he's sneezing, and as he goes to sneeze, the enormous form of the fire drake appears, and I'll just breathe fire breath on these 4 people and make them vulnerable to fire, which probably is unpleasant in this area.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Does this count as a surprise?
This yes,
Basically.
Zed is the surprise.
That's actually a foul roll. Like, just such a low roll. A 3d6 plus
Yeah.
5.
Oh,
They'll get their deck saves.
2 1s is killer.
But I mean, they're also. This doesn't have it in there, but they are vulnerable to fire. I didn't write it in yet. It's obnoxious.
Two of them take 5. The other ones take 11. I'll say the first
It's
two.
actually.
Like these
Normally,
two.
the spell is slightly worse than save on half, but in this case, it's exactly the same.
I did say I would like to throw one into lava if they got close enough. Would you count this as being close enough to attempt to do that?
Sure. I'll let you do it.
I'm assuming that's an athletics check.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry.
I don't know why I rolled advantage, but
Did you enter a trance? To give you advantage. Come sit up here.
I mean, if I was able to, then Roscoe would. But if it was not enough time to do so,
I'll allow it.
in the okay,
Right. Yeah. Go ahead and throw something.
well, the closest one you said the closest one to Roscoe was one of the ones that got hit by vulnerability, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. He's gonna die. If you throw
Okay,
him into
then
the
yeah.
into the
Roscoe
lava, you're pretty
Roscoe
confident
sees
he's gonna
Zed.
die.
Roscoe sees Zed breathe out this cone of fire. Into the soldier's perspective, a metal arm sticks through the part of the flame for a second, grabs him by like the front of the vest, and just overhand throws him over the rail behind Roscoe.
Okay, go ahead and make. Well, he gets to make it. Which he fails,
Oh, this poor man.
predictably. All right. You step forward and just chuck him.
He's just
Can-
screaming
Yeah,
for the
can-
whole
not
combat.
pleasant.
Can Zed turn really like performatively to Roscoe and be like, well, that's one, in such a flippant way as to try and intimidate the other people around into like being slightly scared of the fact that we literally just breathed fire on them and then threw one into lava?
Sure. Everybody roll initiative, and you can also roll me that.
Oh, that thing that I specifically don't have is
Give you
it's not like to
advantage.
intimidate. Okay, initiative. And then
That's so many dice.
I
No,
rolled
Mike, I
double
can't even like pull
13s
my.
for the
I can't even click my
for
initiative
the
button. This is
intimidation. That's pretty funny.
All right. Yeah, I'll say that they have fear. Frightened of you and Roscoe at the moment.
Nice. I didn't even see what I rolled for initiative. Probably something high like I always do.
Um,
Oh, did I roll for Silas yet? No.
No.
Probably should. Not bad for his -1 initiative.
Really, really kind of slow. All right, Agatha, as to be expected, you are the first to react after you see Zed sneeze fire onto these people and one of them get chucked into the lava. What are you doing?
Agatha goes. So Agatha starts her turn by going, "Oh," and then is going to like teenager roll her eyes, and with the force of rolling her eyes, she is also going to shoot a firebolt at the Imperial soldier that is closest to her. Or we will say, I'm trying to figure out how to get sneak attack on this first. Is it cheesing it to say I duck behind Aster, who is 5 billion feet tall?
Yeah, kinda. I would say that it is cheating.
Okay. Sad. Okay. Hey, you gotta at least ask. What is this? Is this like a raised platform? What is there for me to duck?
Yeah,
Like-
so like there's a step up basically here from down here.
Okay, so that's the opposite of what I want to do. Oh well, okay, I'll just shoot a firebolt at him. It's fine. I gotta get out of the death clump.
Yeah, I'll hit.
I also don't.
That'll do double damage as well.
Mhm.
Which does kill him.
Great, that's what I was hoping for. And then I'm going to. That's 5, 10, 20, 30. And I think I am going to bonus action dash. I'm happy taking the opportunity attacks.
Okay.
So I want to get about here. I think that would be that as the crows fly, but I think I should have had enough movement anyway.
Yeah, they'll
10,
both take
20,
swings on you with
25,
their
30,
swords.
45. Missing
Terrible.
and missing.
Terrible. Rolling. All right. Let's return. This guy just got sneezed on with fire. I did run past him, but he's gonna let all that other shit handle it. So he's gonna not step up because he's afraid. He's gonna shoot at Zed. Disadvantage, I believe, for well, it's not a crit.
It wasn't going to be a crit anyway, but yes, 24 hits.
You take just 6. It's a glancing shot. As he fires
It's just-
on you quickly.
It hits Zed like in the middle of the face and just breaks off some ice from his armor bag of this. It doesn't even move. It's like, okay.
They're they're better at with their swords. So he only gets one shot. He will make a wisdom save to see if I versus the so it's like DC 19. Yeah, no, he's shitting his pants. About to get thrown in the lava probably, but it's Ass's turn.
Okay. Whoops, I can't see the map because I'm covering it with combat tracker. Okay. Which ones are vulnerable to fire damage right now?
The two closest to
Stay
you.
Right
right.
in front.
that are alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it vulnerable even on a save?
I think yes.
Just naturally assumed it wasn't, but that's cool. I'll add that in.
Okay. Well then, I am going to do a little. I will kind of follow the uh path taken by Agatha, and I will also do a firebolt at the closest one.
That will probably kill him. 32. Yeah.
17 would be 34.
34. Even.
Okay. Sweet. And then I
So
think
the one that just shot Zed gets fire bolted and armor begins to melt, and it's not a good scene.
yeah. And since I only have the one bomb left, I'm going to hold off on using it. I don't think I have any other bonus actions. I don't think I have any bonus action spells prepared. No, everything. I mean, I have Sanctuary, but I'm not going to cast that right now. So that is my turn.
Do you want to move?
I guess I'll move over here to the ladder.
The guys in the back. Let's wait for. Still well within shooting range. So. He's gonna take a. He's gonna shoot at Aston. 16 hit you.
Damn, that just hits.
You're gonna take
Oh,
8.
shield. Haha.
Sorry, you take
Forgot I
0
had it.
as you shield the small bullet wound. So yeah, he just fires, which is about to start a wave of fire, but Zed gets to go first.
Zed kind of looks at Roscoe and just kind of gestures to the cluster of people down here, assuming that Roscoe will have some way of going over there and making that someone else's problem. Do I want to? And then I think he steps to here and he thinks better of it, and he goes, "Well, I think we can leave this guy to the rookies." And he just like reaches out, grabs Roscoe's shoulder like he's about to ask him for a drink, and I'll just dimension door us both across to put Roscoe essentially in the center of like this group of people. Which does use my last 4th level slot, but well, my only 4th level slot. And then do I want to use my last? I'm not going to use my last blue magic slot.
Yeah.
And I will instead just pull out the like Zed like rifles through his own pockets looking for the puppet, another set of puppet strings. He tied a guy up with them and finds them and like links them onto his fingers and whips it out like a clawed whip almost, preparing for if somebody like he has to actually try and hit somebody. And that'll be it for me.
Right, Silas.
Feel like Silas moves forward,
They have left.
tells the dead this
Yeah.
guy. He likes Toll the Dead, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A
They
great
take-
spell.
Any
against the living specialist. This guy, they're failing.
I'm
everything.
rolling terrible. This specialist suck.
Um,
Okay, he's still up though, because the 12. He's bloodied.
And I think probably blesses everybody except for Zed and Roscoe because we moved out of the way. Yeah. Everybody except for Zed and Roscoe gets bless, including Silas.
A wave of gunfire will begin. This guy's gonna shoot. Say Asta.
Miss.
Still hit. What? Oh, yeah.
Shield.
Shield.
Okay. Ping off the shield. He's actually gonna draw sword and move into getting close with Agatha at that point. But that's his turn. This guy gonna take a swing on Roscoe. Two swings.
Hits.
No, hitting both times. But for 4 and 4, so 8 total. This one, same thing.
Should have moved us one step closer, so that at least one of them might target me.
Miss.
And a hit. For
Or another 3
Right.
points of damage. Yeah. Yeah, so they're just drawing swords, moving in. You do feel like these guys, they are a little bit tougher than the ones that you fought previous. You know, a little bit more trained, even for standard soldiers. But it is then going to be your turn.
all right. I didn't say it before. I had planned for Roscoe when he did his trance earlier to have the flame fist as a. Doesn't seem like anyone here is particularly flame resistant, just heat resistant.
Yeah.
But is going to turn towards the first one who hit him and make a couple swings recklessly. Terrible rolls.
That
Oh, one and a
misses. Even these guys. That'll hit.
better. Okay. That lands one of the punches. For 18 damage.
Not quite killing, but definitely bloodying.
Yeah, I think Roscoe will stay where he's at because right now it's kind of acting like a. Actually,
Buffer.
you still have Armor Magathis up, don't you?
Yeah, Zed looks so fine, and also like really not affected by the heat.
Well, even with health, I really want to risk 3 attack opportunities. So I'll stay where I'm at.
That's fair.
Right. The gun. I think this gun's actually going to shoot at Zed. Wow. missing. Shaking the island slightly that you guys are standing on.
Zed like turns and looks at the gun, maybe noticing that there's a figure inside it for the first time. Like, alright.
This guy is gonna shoot. He's gonna move and shoot at Zed. Let's see. I'm gonna run forward and around a little bit. I'm actually gonna shoot at Silas.
Not Silas.
That was gonna
That
be 18.
misses.
And then the last specialist will take a couple swings at Asta.
The tank.
Disadvantage, though. He's still within line of sight.
No.
That's Roscoe.
No.
Exactly.
I just used the ladder to dodge behind it, and it just clanks against the metal.
Okay, so it's a couple more soldiers. He's gonna run up and swing at Agatha. Missing. I cannot roll to save my life. You know what? This guy will move and attack Zed.
No. I feel bad about this one. No. Yes.
Taking more damage than he deals.
Yeah, he takes 15 points of damage.
Okay, he's still up, but not good. All right, and then the second gun is gonna, and I think it's gonna shoot at Asta. Like Agatha's too close.
Yeah, that was
What
on
is that?
purpose.
Well, Agatha died.
Well,
No,
No, Asta's gonna die.
no,
yeah.
it's me.
Sorry, Asta. I'll heal you, I
Yeah.
suppose.
Shield can't do shit about that. So,
As long as it doesn't
Um,
move. How much health do you get?
I mean, this could be
a decent amount still.
could be amazing or not that much. We will see. Oh, I'm the dummy. Sorry, I should also not.
Hello.
Reflecting you.
Asta's shouting out a numerical amount that's gonna kill her.
You take 21 points of damage. Yeah, middle of the road. As you just get like shoulder checked by an artillery round, and it kind of shoots straight through the shield, and you're knocked slightly to the side. Before it's Agatha's turn again.
Great. Well, now that I've got 2 people in melee, that does affect my decision making a little bit, but not by much. Agatha, especially now that she has watched that gun absolutely obliterate Asta. Am I within viewing? Can I see that window? Can I see the guy in there?
Sure, you could see the guy in there.
Agatha gives him a wave, gets his attention,
Oh,
and then goes, "Eh," and he finds it so funny that he's gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw about it. For Tasha's hideous laughter.
he has a +0.
I suspected that they weren't that wise.
On prone, can incapacitated. Damage. All right, yeah, that gun, at least for the moment, is disabled.
Yep. I guess it then turns her attention to the two folks who are now in melee. Then I think goes, fuck, because I can't do anything about this now. And that's the whole turn. Unless there is something for me to hide, somewhere for me to hide,
I mean,
which I suspect there is not.
I mean, there's stuff, but there's just too many people, too many guys. Unfortunately. Asta, it's gonna be your turn.
Ow. This guy's still here next to me.
Yes.
Okay, then I am going to. Is he on the edge of the platform, or is he against a wall?
He's pushable. No, he's on the, there's a railing.
Pushable
but-
is excellent. Thunder wave.
Jesus.
So really the saving throw is the important part of it.
It just obviously not trying to get Silas in it. So. But
No, he narrowly succeeds. It does still take 6.
Does Silas have another wheel to use on the saving throw?
Yeah, they do. They've only used one. So
Just a D6.
Yeah, it's just a D6. So you need 2 or better. Yeah, look at that.
Get
He
fucked.
falls and slides down. He's just like, no.
I truly think if Charlie was here, they would make a joke about Asta having the high ground. But I can't make that joke for Charlie.
Haha.
All right.
But I don't think anyone else. Whoops. I think everyone else is out of range. My bomb throwing. Yeah, everyone else is too far away, and there's There's too much collateral for me to throw a bomb right now. So then I'm just going to move.
Just bomb.
Asta just shouts to
yeah, that's
Roscoe,
fine.
"Catch!" Throws a grenade
Yeah.
at Roscoe.
He'd
Yeah, I'm
be
just gonna move
fine.
up into melee with these guys,
Catch it with your teeth. All right.
and that's my turn.
Got way in the back. So, he's gonna take a shot, Silas. Ding.
That hits.
That's gonna take 8 points of damage.
And,
On initiative count 20, these automated
Let's get it.
guns are going to spray Zed and Roscoe. People kind of in range and visible to them. Oh, and then these two in the back are going to hit Asta and. So I'm going to do Zed, Roscoe, Asta, so. Zed, 16 misses. Roscoe, 22 hits. Asta, 25 hits. And Silas is missed. Roscoe, you take 12 points. Sorry. I said Asta, you take 13 points as these guns are firing like a burst round thing, so it's as they hit you. And again, that's these turrets.
Oh.
Which took a little bit. They were a little bit slower to get going. I didn't have start of initiative company. But then it's gonna be Zed's turn.
Zed calls out and says, Asta, if you can do something about those guns. And as he does, the words kind of, Asta, you hear them normally, but like through the heat haze, they shift and they change, and part of the words change into magic, which burrows into the head of the person between Asta and Agatha, and I'll cast Dissonant Whispers on that guy.
Nice. So you did know there is this console here.
Mm.
So
As-
he has to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Ask you to do something.
Or he runs away from both of them, and they both get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, he's gonna run away. I guess this way. His full movement.
Oppie.
And
Yeah.
if Agatha hits, since he is in melee with Asta, it will be sneak attack as well, correct?
That's
yeah.
true.
Mhm.
Life worth living.
Let's see.
Thank you.
That's what I wanted.
Well, this
Yeah,
guy's
I'll hit.
just gonna be dead.
And then I can hit him too, right?
Yes,
Since he ran away from me. Okay. Where's my
he's
shit?
still
That's
up.
gonna be a lot of heads.
16.
Including the 7 damage from me?
Sticking with the hammer. No.
Oh no, I forgot that 7 damage. You're right. You're right.
I still do damage.
Well, the hammer hits his corpse as he stabs him.
That's the guns, not the dead people.
Agatha goes, good
Working on it.
job! You did it!
He
And then I'm
does.
going.
Like this from a teenager.
Zed looks at the guy that hit him once already, or like as the cold is kind of just dusting off that guy, and just stands pretty open and just steps away from him.
Okay. He takes his wing. Misses anyways.
Kind of annoyingly misses because I did want him to take another 15 points of golden. And I will, because I just saw that big shot hit Asta. I will use my last use of White Wind to heal everybody for
Yeah.
5.
Everybody's injured, so
6. Because level
running up.
6.
Yep. Everybody heals 6.
Thank you. Back to double
Except
digits.
for Zed, who doesn't need it devastatingly.
Silas.
Silas goes.
I will also just remind people that I believe only Roscoe and Agatha use their limit breaks.
Is this movement fine for Silas with 30 feet? To be like within touch?
Yeah, they can move. I think it's the same because of the way D&D square math works.
Yeah. So I think Silas like
Oh, you
hustles
mean
in that way.
Yeah. They kind of have to give a head pat.
Yeah. And then reaches down and I think will cure wounds on Asta. Are you very badly hurt?
I'm at 12 HP. Or, 14 out of 66.
Okay, this will be at. I'll use their 4th level spell slot because I can't be bothered looking up cleric 4th level spells. So it's going to be 4d8 plus 4. Because Charlie hasn't leveled up yet, but
Yeah.
so they don't have the actual spell slot. What a bad roll! 16 points.
I will take it. Thank you.
And then that was a full action. They don't have any bonus action things that I understand, so that will be the end of their turn.
Just spiritual weapon.
Yeah. They have a feature in here called Invigorate. Hang on. As a bonus action, you can encourage one creature you can see within 30 feet. They gain temporary hit points. Silas will encourage Agatha. Say something like I don't know. I can't be bothered. But you will get this much. I don't know Silas's voice well enough I just know it would say something about Miss Locke, and that would be it. Something bad. You get 4 temporary hit points.
I mean, yeah, it's something. Not nothing. All right. That's how
Stay
it's
cool under
third.
pressure, Miss Locke.
This dude
It would have done more, but you took some psychic damage.
This guy will swing on Zed. Why not?
Wow, how rude.
Well.
That hits. He takes 15, and Zed, for the first time in such a long time, takes actual damage.
He is bloodied. Or no, sorry, he is downed. And then this guy's gonna attack Roscoe twice with advantage.
Yep.
Oh.
That's a 0.
Yeah. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
That's missed.
generally.
Someone hits.
The first one hits. Yeah, okay, yeah. Max damage. For 5. And then it's gonna be your turn.
The one who got hit by Armor Agathis first is like above Roscoe, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna punch him.
Punch him, you do.
Yeah, that would be funnily enough 19. For 17.
Killing him as he's knocked back into the lava.
And then the one directly in front of me, I will also. Actually, you can replace an attack with a shove, right?
Yes.
Oh my god.
If I were to angle here, would he technically fall in lava, or would it be
Yeah,
like
He
this?
would fall. Either one, I would say. He would fall and then slide into the lava.
Okay.
This is like a pretty decent
then-
slope.
Then Roscoe is going to attempt to push him.
All right. He gets an athletics check. Your athletics check. He rolled a 10. So, beat that. Look, you beat that. Yeah, you shove him over.
I think Roscoe does like a 1-inch punch, and that's the shove.
I wanted to ask if I could roll a d20 for a very specific thing to happen. I decided. It's like, can this one next to it be like his best friend, and on a 20 he dives to try and catch that guy? And he does. I'm happy with him to do it. I like the draw.
No, they're too focused.
And then,
Although I do like that. Sorry, did you want to move or did you?
yeah, Roscoe will move. Move
I'm sick.
up 1.
What I think
5,
30.
10.
Okay.
Oh, is it 30 because I'm moving through Zed space?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Then
I think you also had moved.
I moved
thought that you had
5.
moved extra, yeah.
Yeah.
You could definitely get to here.
Wait. Let's say, yeah. I'll get down here.
Heading towards these guys, but not quite.
What's it do
getting there yet.
cost?
You're gonna get shot, is what's gonna happen.
I can't stress enough how much as you walk past Zed looks like he is just like anywhere in the world on a stroll. Like how little he looks affected by the 2 fights we had.
Wait, Andrew, which is the one that is out for the count?
This one. Yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
This
And is that the one that's
shooting.
10 initiative or 2 initiative?
That's the one that's 2.
This is for my own sanity. Okay, just wanted to double check.
Yeah, I have. Sorry, I can see the token doing the thing, but I hid them for clutter reasons.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yes,
think Roscoe's really.
this is the one that's
realized that
going
they're even
now.
People.
This is the one that is incapacitated. I can also add a thing. Yes. Shooting. You know what? Actually, they're gonna shoot Zed.
Well, they miss. And that's
Ah,
what they get.
Hovered around at 18.
That's what they get
so,
for considering to shoot Zed.
Roscoe, you're gonna take. This guy's gonna back up actually and shoot you.
Yikes.
Wow, terrible
that's
crit
a terrible
damage.
damage roll.
All right. It's a 3 damage crit.
This guy is also gonna back up and shoot you. Missing with what would have been more damage.
They would have an advantage.
True. Still missing.
Okay, still missing.
Slightly better. This one is going to shoot Zed. Actually, he's going to run up. Swipe at you twice.
This is just rude now. That hits. Wow. Is this how the rest of you have to
17.
feel getting hit?
17 total. Last, but actually not last. I will take a swipe at Agatha. 2 swipes. Missing.
Very missing.
He gets a save at the end of his turn, right? The guy in the thing.
Let me double check.
Yeah. Tasha
yeah.
City's left, I'm pretty sure, yes.
Yes.
It's just a flat roll still.
Yep.
Okay.
Sad.
Okay. It does save, but it
It's
still
the end, so-
loses. It still loses the turn. And then it's gonna be your turn.
Great.
Again.
Repeat.
No, Agatha is quite pleased with herself. And is gonna step up or not move, but is gonna now turn her attention to the guy that is still in melee with her, and sort of gesture around and goes, "Your friends think I'm really funny," and then he's just gonna smash him. Not smash. Is gonna smack him with a booming blade attack. That's annoying.
Double eights.
Yeah, bless if that doesn't hit.
Yes, it's true. It is a hit though. Just barely.
Cool.
It is there. The AC is 16.
Yeah, and then no sneak attack on that, alas alack, but I will go ahead and pop the booming blade
Still a good.
damage.
Still
On doing
still
him.
bloodies him.
And then is going to do my favorite thing. I'm gonna take a step back. I'm gonna take the disengage bonus action and then take a step back to try to goad him into following.
All right. Asta.
Gonna shoot him.
Did you?
Just the certainty. I'm gonna shoot him.
Bless. Would a
That
bless help?
unfortunately isn't- No.
Even bless would've
No,
hit.
D4 would not make the
No.
difference.
Okay, so it's 15 is the AC.
16.
I think.
Oh, 16. Okay. Well, no. Okay. Just kidding. Well, I made an attempt, and now I think she's just going to kind of growl under her breath, like, and is going to reach into her side pouch and pull out her last bomb that she has, and is going to limit break it.
All right.
This
So
poor
let me
soldier.
So
Figure
this
out.
one guy. It'll
Limit
hit
break this one guy?
It'll hit the
No, no, no,
thing,
not
too.
him.
Gun.
She's gonna toss it
Okay.
over here to get both of these guys because it's a 10-foot radius, so they can. If she throws it right in the middle, she can get them both. If Andrew will allow that,
Where are you?
it's a 10-foot radius. Here.
Oh, you're going for the long toss. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a 60-foot range. I thought it was 30 for some reason, but it's 60.
Yeah.
So it's just at the edge of
No,
my
no, that's fine.
edge of my range.
I thought you were maybe
Okay.
going to try to blow this thing up.
Jackpot was a good call.
I forgot because you removed the tokens from it, so I forgot that there's actually a thing going. there, too.
Let me leave the tokens up, even though they're kind of ugly.
That's funny, Chris.
JK, I changed my mind. I forgot that they were there, so I will actually not toss it 60 feet away. I will just do it right there. But that'll be fun. Okay, so I feel like probably doing. Which one's gonna be better? The regular grenade or the cryo bomb? Both of them. One's fire, one's ice. Let's.
So
We'll do the
per the writing,
Yeah.
the grenade does a little bit more damage.
Right. Okay. Then I will do. Yeah, I will do the grenades. Let me just do that.
But in scenarios where
So-
like the damage type doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then let me do my limit break. I need to roll. Is this my D20 plus? Is this an intelligence check basically?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck shit.
So it's still double damage and then +1 to the save DC.
Yeah.
So go to roll another 3d6. Oh, that's much better.
Okay,
So that's
DC 17.
the structure auto fails
Sweet.
Nice.
because they can't move, so it doesn't get a dex save. He
That is a save because only a +1.
what's the base? 16. Okay.
It'd be
yeah,
a 16, so then it becomes a 17.
he still dies
I mean, he's still
because
physically taking half.
yeah. The structure takes 34 and begins to like the windows shatter and the gun, it's not like fully destroyed, but it is very damaged, heavily damaged.
The guy there is still
Um,
prone from
As
laughing.
you just he's like standing
got
up
up.
and then
He got up and immediately got blown up.
yeah.
I get knocked down. I don't get up again.
Oh, that is my turn.
This guy's gonna go. I think I actually had him go twice when he wasn't supposed to. So I'm gonna
Yeah, he
ignore
went
his turn.
with the other guy.
That was my bad. I jumped the gun. An initiative count 20. These automated turrets are gonna shoot
Asta, I said deal with the
Asta.
guns.
That's the Silas.
What do you think I'm
Zed,
trying
Roscoe.
to do?
The
It's like
automated
the
guns.
the miscommunication. It's like, oh, the big guns. Yeah.
I should have used fucking suggestion on Asta.
Okay. Asta, Silas, Zed, Roscoe. Silas miss.
I think it's
Roscoe
Asta and
miss.
Zed get it.
Asta and Zed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because shield wouldn't do anything for me.
God damn it, Asta.
Well, that damage you healed is gone now. So Asta, you take 16. Zed, you take 20. But then it's gonna be your turn, Zed.
Zed was gonna use suggestion, and like, as he's turning to like look at the gun and deal with it that way, he just gets absolutely lit up by this automated thing, and like he walks, ignoring this guy, walks around him, and like gestures at Asta like, "What are you doing?" And then as he does that, this enormous, like huge, half pterodactyl, half T-Rex appears behind him, and he turns and he just limit breaks energy ray through the guy that was fighting him into the other gun.
All right.
I don't know if I set this up correctly for it to count for my level, so I might have to do some extra rolling. But that's a good fucking roll.
Mm-hmm.
I did set it up right.
Yeah. He could have survived that if he had passed. Just
Zed
barely.
never looks at him at any point in the murder of that man. Zed does not look at him, and he's kind of still looking at Asta as he fires. And I can hit the gun as well. I'm pretty sure I have a template.
Yes. Yeah, for sure you can hit the guns. And there's like a line through it. Boom. And then like a eternal explosion as it becomes disabled.
And then with my bonus action, which I so rarely have for not blue magic, Zed looks to where Asta also just got shot, and in Zed's fury, Asta, you also feel magical, like bardic magic, and you will get a second level healing word.
Oh.
But like, it's so laced with disappointment.
It's going to be Silas' turn.
That soldier is dead, right? I don't see the dead thing on them.
Yeah,
Didn't
sorry.
tell. Okay.
You think he might be alive
Watch
for a
out.
second before he like turns slightly towards you, hole in his chest, and slumps over.
Just dust.
Does it work? So I know that to some extent we're targeting the vehicle, but can like we toll the dead the driver, and that's like the same hit point pool, or
I'll allow it.
okay? I think Silas tolls the dead. The guy in it, the laughing man, the Joker.
Not laughing anymore. I think that will kill him if he fails.
He does.
Oh, he succeeds.
Shocking.
I think he like walks up. It's like all difficult terrain according to this. I guess it's because he's walking through two people. Also, he was like up here, not there, so he has to kind of go around. Hang on, let me do this right.
Yeah,
and then
anybody else I would
we'll-
just say that they leap over, but that's not really Silas' style.
Fucking Silas, you don't even have healing word prepared. You are the worst fucking cleric. He will inspiring word Asta to give Asta D8 plus his proficiency. You get 7 temporary hit points.
Roscoe.
Yeah, Roscoe will come down and just keep doing what Roscoe does on this next
Punching away.
soldier. Though I will say he will say aloud as he's raising a fist back. This isn't going your way. All that's behind me is bodies.
I was
Just
going
to
to
see
try
if
and
that-
give this guy mercy.
If that changes anything.
Make an
Then take an
intimidation
angry
check.
Asta. Can Roscoe have advantage for the fact that I just scythed 100-foot line through the world?
Sure.
September.
Unfortunately, didn't help that much.
That guy hated the world.
Sorry.
He's happy it happened.
Let me make a roll. I think it's close enough that he deserves a roll. Drops his gun. Hands in the air. It's like, don't throw me into the lava. Puts his hand on his head.
If he does throw his hands behind his head, Roscoe does stop his punch. Will turn, look towards the other guy, hook a finger back. He's smart, and then we'll start to move towards him. And we'll also just call back, handcuff yourself. As he's moving away.
All right. You jump to this other guy.
Yeah, and we'll take 2 attacks.
This guy doesn't get a chance.
You don't even help this guy.
No. You have
But
to
the
only
chance-
be merciful sometimes, otherwise it doesn't count.
The chance was said aloud.
Yeah, he gets hit. The other guy didn't immediately throw out his
This guy doesn't
gun.
speak
so-
common. This kid, like,
Punch him in the face for 13.
Yeah, he's bloody.
Roscoe punches him once, and then there's a pause, like a pause wait between the first punch to see if anything happens, and if not, he then hits him again.
Nothing happens. Whether that's because of the immediate
you gave a man a concussion
CT,
and then wanted them
yeah.
to quickly react. Awful.
that is the exact amount you need to kill him.
I'll then turn to look to see if the other one handcuffed himself.
He has handcuffed himself. Yes,
Okay.
probably fumbling around with the cuffs. That's his turn. He cuffs himself. This one still working slightly. So you're a little bit too close. Actually, it's Silas or Zed. I'm gonna shoot Silas.
This is the longest
He's-
Silas has
he's
lasted
gonna-
in a combat without going down.
Focus this way.
That is. Silas goes down. I didn't think he could go down from that, but Silas
1
is down.
HP. Okay, Silas takes a artillery shell to the chest. Their armor's like torn. Yeah, they're
He
thrown
falls up
back.
he falls up the stairs behind him.
And then it's gonna be
I simply
Agatha's
don't have a
turn.
healer left. I just
Great.
don't have a healer left for Silas.
Agatha, so now the window is broken on
Yeah.
this. Correct.
Yes.
So Agatha similarly goes, hey, over here. Over here.
I'm not falling for that one again.
Too bad. And then she shoots him. And then she doesn't shoot him.
Yeah, I mean, it is still like a narrow, like it's a difficult shot.
It's fine.
Classic comic payback for putting the fancy thing on the one. Every time.
Hey, if I wanted to get in there,
You could slide in.
cool. I want to get in there with him.
You are now in the thing.
And I maybe have. Can I bonus action offhand stab him?
Sure.
Great.
He is wearing
What the fuck?
their normal armor, so unfortunately that pings off his armor. But while he's fighting you in the thing, he's not going to be able to use the gun.
Well, I've once again kept him from shooting anybody.
Asta. These automated
I
turrets
will-
are about to shoot you. Again.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna climb back up here, go to the terminal, try to get him done. Get him down.
You just want to disable? Go ahead and make the Tinker's Tools check. Yeah, they
Yeah.
power down. Just these two.
Yeah, I figured as much.
These two
that's my
are
turn.
still set.
Great. Do the two get to shoot?
Oh yes, sorry. Yes, Roscoe. In this case, you're going to take both.
Wait, which two went down and which ones are?
The
The
two
two near
closest
you.
to you went down. The two near Roscoe are still up. Down here at the bottom.
Oh, I
It's
didn't see those down there.
partially obscured by this guy.
I see.
By the handcuffing man.
Oh, did you reckless though? Chris.
Yes.
One hit. Yeah, two. I'm just gonna roll this as one. Roscoe, you take 16 points of damage. Was a very solid 66.
That's an incredible 66.
This is ridiculous.
I am still up.
Amazing. Zed.
Zed looks, hears the guns go off and looks to Asta, who's at a terminal, and I think is smart enough to realize that Asta did turn off some guns, but still is pretty annoyed about the gun still being a thing. Looks over to Silas, who is dead, essentially.
Bound.
And I will use Healing Word, I suppose, on him. Make me use spell slots. Oh, good
It's a
heal.
good healing word.
And seeing Agatha jump into the gun turret, Zed just like watches the melee inside for a second, and just points. Did the guy in there draw a weapon as Agatha jumped in?
Yeah, he's like fumbling with his sword.
As he's fumbling with his sword, Zed like points and clicks his fingers, and I'll hypnic jerk to A, try and kill him, and B, try and make him drop his sword. Whoa. So a lot of dice rolled that were above a 2 for it to only give me the 8 damage. It's a wisdom save.
Yes.
It takes the full damage and he drops an object he's holding.
The sword clatters to the ground.
And then I think
He's
Zed's
still
gonna
up,
like
just barely.
hustle down towards where Roscoe is.
That's
Stops at this guy that's handcuffing himself. And he's like, all right, when this is over, we'll get you inside somewhere cold so you're not stuck out here in the heat. just really conversationally, and that's it.
He's just like he just kneels down and just like slightly cowering. Silence.
If he kneels down, it's like, please don't kneel down. Just unrelated.
Not in like a bowy type way, more in like I'm going into a crouch to protect my head in case these guys change their minds.
That doesn't care.
Silence.
I guess he
Yeah, like
stands
that.
up, and I guess he will toll the dead this guy. Does he have anything that's like? Did that succeed?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I'm not sure DCs was 16. Well, he's definitely good.
Yeah. Just an assailing of cantrips on the
This one
gunner.
guy. The gun is not destroyed, though. Not that it matters, I think, super in this fight. But the gun is
it
still
matters to me.
usable. Just so you guys are aware. Roscoe. It seems like all of the flesh and blood enemies are dealt with. However, there are still the 2 automated guns.
Okay. Roscoe will move over to one of them. I guess I'm going to see if it's more effective. He's going to use his bonus action to switch his arms as like the cylinders and the bicep change, and corrosive like energy begins to coat around his hands, and he's just going to begin to beat the top of it.
Okay, go ahead and make your checks.
Seeing if the acid does anything extra.
Yeah. It does regular
12.
acid damage.
Okay.
As you begin to corrode and beat to shit the box that is the main receiver for this thing.
Specifically, if Roscoe can, and I don't know if this would be, if this would count technically as fully destroying it or not, he's specifically doing enough damage that he's just trying to bend the barrel down. Like beating the front of it to the point where it will not be able to fire.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you
anymore.
make an athletics check to see if you can do that. It's not easy to bend straight metal. If somebody can do it, I'll say that Roscoe can. As you disabling it.
Yeah,
Or at least
seeing the
making it
first
so
punch
that when it fires, it's gonna blow itself.
Yeah. So first punch scene, it doesn't immediately destroy it. It's like, all right, bends the barrel down, moves back. And,
You probably not
begins
want to be
approach
standing next to it at that point.
The other one.
Agatha, you have a big gun.
I have a big gun, and so the obvious thing to do would be to shoot one of the active turrets still, and I think I probably will do that. But I am interested to know more about this giant dish antenna.
Yeah,
That's in the
it seems to be like they're one of their communication like hubs, like sending and receiving signals. Magically, of course, it is a Magitech addition to.
Cool. The turrets are still a more immediate problem, so Agatha will point at one of the active ones that isn't the one that Roscoe is dealing with.
Just use your same modifiers as though you were shooting a pistol. but it will deal 3d12 plus 6. Or sorry, 3d12 plus your dex is 5.
Yeah.
8. 3d12 plus 8. Yeah,
So
that'll hit.
12. You said plus 8?
Yes, for you. Yeah.
Crazy. I needed floor time. That's upsetting.
I mean, it's still enough to destroy. These things are not that tough. Still enough to destroy one of these turrets. As it blows. And we're gonna come back for the time being.
I am mad with power.
There's still like sirens going
Hey.
on, and like presumably there may be some like they're probably just by count alone there's some other soldiers, but they're probably manning other stuff. So like this area is clear.
While I'm in here, should I also shoot the communication device?
Yes.
Roscoe gives a thumbs up. He's leaning against a rail holding his side.
Zed,
And I'm also going to.
no, go ahead.
I was going to say, and I'm also going to steady aim that so that I can get advantage and sneak attack on top of it.
Sure. It's an inanimate object, so you just hit. But yeah, I'll say that's fine.
And this is mainly for, again, the sneak attack damage.
Sure. You find using steady aim just like the exact point where like the bullet's gonna go in, do the most damage, or the shell rather, go in and do the most damage, and it really only takes one shot. This thing is not super beefy, unless you roll horrible. Yeah, 32. Yeah, just like rips through it. Definitely inoperable in the short to medium term. There are other parts of this facility. You don't have to go through them. At this point, you could start to like pop, like just go away from this facility if you want to. There are other parts to it. There's like the command center that you had gone through previously. But it's open. It's not like there's a wall or anything. You could just leave.
Zed is 100% like directing everyone to leave the way that we came through. And he like gets Roscoe to grab this guy, and we'll just drop him off inside so he doesn't just like die of heat stroke if nobody ever comes to check this area. I guess he's not. Yeah. He can walk or whatever. But yeah, Zed's like, we don't need to see more.
Roscoe will pick him up like a duffel bag.
Before I hop out, can I like rifle through this dead guy's pockets?
Sure. Roll me or make an investigation check, and then roll me just a d20. Okay. Apart from his like sword, gun, armor, he does have a pair of potions. They do seem to be higher quality.
Yep, those are yoink, nothing else. If he has a badge, that feels like a good thing to have.
Okay, you swipe a badge, and probably like some Gil, 18.
Okay.
Right.
If we're just working our way back through the facility, Roscoe would to whoever is closest, which seems to be probably Asta and Zed. I'm assuming if Agatha stayed a foot back, Silas probably did as well.
Okay. But the idea is that you are trying to leave quickly, not bother
Yeah,
with
we're
it.
going out the exact same way we came in.
Sure.
Like
Roscoe would bring
the
up-
bit that we know how to get it. Out.
Roscoe would
Right,
bring
'cause you don't
up, I'm fairly certain that was most, if not all, of the formidable guard presence here. They're not getting reinforcements from the train. We made sure of that. Nothing else is coming from that lab. Are we sure we don't want to use this as an opportunity to cripple anything else? Roscoe is asking this of, again, said probably in Asta. Upon getting into the building, Roscoe looks not great, but is still fully like, it's fine. I can fight if I need to.
The
I think
the tenor of the group is wounded.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think Zed is, no, I don't think. I don't think with the Esper gone, they'll have much need of this. They can experiment on people with Aetheryte anywhere. But mostly,
Fair.
I mean, it's hard to tell because you have bad insight and Zed is very deceptive. But mostly, Zed is like, well, we did the job. We got the Esper out. Everything else is just an extra risk. And there's no point taking those extra risks if it means that we, who have become quite rapidly the most. Actually, if it's Asta and Roscoe, he maybe just says this out loud. He's like, if we have become the best chance that the Resistance has, risking us for anything that isn't the most imperative task feels like an error in judgment.
At this point, I think we just need to get out. I agree.
That's fair. Yeah. This will do. He just sees passes by a side door, hits it. It's like a janitor's closet. I just toss the guy in there.
I guess Zed
you-
will, as well leaving, just be like into the attempt to contact the Espers and be like, they trapped you. If you want to like expend some power and throw something at this place, feel free. To Ifrit specifically.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw with advantage.
I love these wisdom saving throws. They feel so good. Wisdom saving throw with advantage, huh? Uh, 14.
I think so. As you guys are walking by the command part of the facility, not through it because you don't. Again, you just went around it. You don't need to like walk in. Zed kind of reaches out. Is this all internal, or are you verbalizing?
No, internal.
Zed kind of reaches out, and all of you, the one sigil on the back of your palms starts to glow, but then you realize that there is not just that one. There is a second that kind of runs up the length of your forearm. This one like a swirling. The other one's like, kind of almost looks like a symbol, like it could be like a runic word or something. It's very not quite dainty, but like there's some fine lines and stuff. This one's like a swirling, clearly meant to look like an inferno, kind of like flames rushing onwards. That starts to glow slightly, and you all feel in this moment like if you give in some of your power, something will happen.
Y'all feel this?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So we're all feeling that?
Hey.
Yes.
Zed will do it and say, well, my research did show that it would likely require all of us to activate something.
Hey, Agatha was already yes-anding this.
Is there any way to intrinsically feel like what is going to be the cost of doing this? Like putting
Not gonna
ourselves
kill
into
you.
something. Okay.
It's more about it might drain you. It's not gonna kill you.
Fuck it.
Um,
Uh,
and Silas kind of shrugs and again. And with that kind of intent poured in, the ether seems to kind of draw back out of that. As it does so, you can start to see, like above all of you, Ifrit begin to like manifest again. And as he's doing so, he's immediately like just launching the same attack that downed Roscoe, but like on top of the facility. So it's just like a column of flame that he then descends down into with big, like huge claw swipes that rends into this place. If not destroying, heavily damaging it before the Esper once again starts to vanish. You all do take a level of exhaustion as a result of kind of spending this. But otherwise, with this further adding to this distraction, there's probably a couple, like there's a moment where like somebody pretty far away sees you guys running away and like takes some pot shots, but like it's a half-hearted attempt. Like the facility's being destroyed, they're not really sure what's going on. You very quickly exit out of here and begin to make your way back to where you had stashed away the chocobos, and that's where we're going to take a break. We'll say like probably at 12:30 or 30 after the 30 after the hour. But don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of session 9 of Infinite Fantasy. So, you guys have just left the facility, gotten your chugbows. Where to now?
Is there like a map?
I've
Yeah.
neglected
An
multiple
overall
times to finish it.
Okay.
What's your question?
Well, I think my understanding of it is that the place with an airship port closest to this is Sorvale, and there's not really an alternative way out. And I feel like these are things that Zed would know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, you would definitely. So, yeah, you're kind of definitely the closest one would be Serviel. Are you asking, like, is there another one that's reasonable to get to?
It's more, is there one that Zed would know how to get to without, like, necessarily a map making it, like, navigatable?
Right, because none of you are particularly experts at overland navigation. Um, um, so from where you are now, again, Starville is the closest. You could travel kind of looping around, travel over the mountains. There is, these are still imperial areas, but there is a city there with an airport that has been to before.
I think if it's between going back to Sorvale and going to the like across the mountains,
Yeah, it's called Rice
Zed's
Dam.
inclination. Yeah, Zed's inclination is to just go back to Sorvale and hope that we can get on an airship somewhere. And hope that we're outrunning any messages back.
Yeah.
And who knows?
All
I think Kristen's right. We out 5,000 kill.
Hold on. I just said I think we're going back to Sorvale.
Okay.
Drop the. Also, it's crazy to Zed how much you all care about 5,000 gil. Just so you know, Zed, if you mention the deposit, Zed will promise to give you like 100,000 gil at some point. Like, the extent to which this money is irrelevant to Zed is so significant. But yeah, I think
That will
Sorvale
make
is
us proud.
going
Like-
over the mountains feels so dangerous with this group of people.
Yeah, I mean, it would be difficult. You don't think it would be impossible? So
Yeah,
it's definitely farther.
I just saw Elfie dash around the corner of your room.
yeah, I heard it, and I don't know why.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's
so
like
we're gonna head back to Sorvale.
It's a couple days back to Sarville. It's like probably a week to get to Rice Dam.
Yep. So we're gonna go back to Sorvale, and then from there, Zed's plan is actually to go into like further into Imperial territory and probably go back to. We never named the town that Zed's like works out of normally. I have just it written down as Northern Mountain Range, southeast of that desert, then lush, then jungle, and this town is where the desert begins to turn temperate.
Well, it's called Bullard.
Okay. Yeah, because like he probably needs to check in. So yeah, that is Zed's plan.
Sounds good to
Because
Asta.
we also need to work out where the next ESPA facility could be, or the next ESPA. It's not
Yes,
a
you
guarantee that
do.
will
You
be
did
in it, so-
download a bunch of information that you haven't been able to go
Yeah.
through yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Zed's plan.
Are you going back the way you came along the train tracks?
No, I think we're going to skirt wider,
Go like
and even if it takes us a little bit longer, avoid the train tracks as much as possible, and just kind of head south until we see landmarks that direct us to Sarvale, so we don't need to use the train.
go ahead and make a survival check. Whoever is leading, I think it's normally Silas who does these.
Yeah, I think it's normally science.
Okay, I'll roll for
By virtue
Silas.
of wisdom.
That sounds right. $18.
Yeah, I mean, you've been through parts of this area before. You're able to, once you get out of the fields of fire, it's not too difficult to traverse. You definitely brought enough food, so it takes you like a little bit longer not following the train tracks because you're, but you have like lots of maps. Agatha did a ton of research on the area and stuff, so. Too long, a couple days, you can skirt overland. At some point, Roscoe, you realize that you're actually going to pass pretty close to your family estate, like within a couple hours ride. It would not really be very much out of the way.
But is there anyone there I would want to see? I guess my mom.
Up to you.
You asking that in the character voice
It's your
was
childhood
insane.
home.
So we're not in Sarvale yet, technically.
No, you're solidly in Odelheim, but you're outside the city. And because you're having to like loop around to make sure you're avoiding the train, you just happen to be passing by that area. And you could detour slightly without like wasting too much time.
Have we all gotten? By this point, have we all rested? I guess there's been
I
a
would say
day.
yes. Yeah, the first day of riding was pretty hard, but you've rested since then. So you all can long rest.
No more exhaustion.
No more exhaustion. Yeah.
I think specifically to Zed, Roscoe would make a passing mention that we're actually riding close by my home. There.
Mm. They have an airship?
Actually, do they?
Like
Like a private one?
you're kind of thinking about it. Make a roll. Guys out.
Zed did ask this quite flippantly, by the way. But if they do,
Roscoe is putting some thought into it.
I mean,
Double
yeah,
Jockolos.
like your family's not crazy wealthy, but they were like ingrained into like the culture and stuff. So like they're asset rich, perhaps finance poor.
Yeah.
That was the thing growing up. There is quite an old one. There was. You're not sure how serviceable it is, and it's smaller, but it would fit the 5 of you. Not the chocobos. The chocobos would
No.
not. No, that would be too much weight for that particular model airship.
My father had a small private airship. It was old. Not as old as him. Almost. But he's meticulous about things he wants to keep around, so it probably still works.
Zed nods for a bit and says,
Roscoe looks like he's chewing on a lemon as he's thinking about things.
well, I know your situation with your family is not the easiest, as it's not easy with anyone in Odelheim for you.
No, but they are also not friends of the Empire. That's for damn sure.
Well, we have a plan that doesn't require going by your family home. If it's something you are willing to do and want to do, then we can go. But if not, I will understand.
Do you think it would be easier? Potentially.
Zed looks down at the chocobo and then over at Asta, who's away from this conversation, goes, "There's an element of money that you and Asta have put towards this chocobo situation that I can't find a way to resolve if we fly out from your family estate. But it would definitely be safer. We don't know the state of Sarvale. They could be in complete lockdown just from the train potentially derailing."
I think. Oh, I don't know what Roscoe would do. He doesn't want to risk that.
I think
See it.
Zed kind of is watching you and says, "Look, if this, I hesitate to say adventure, but if this mission took us towards near where my family was from, I would be reticent to take us that way. So I will understand. We could drop the chocobos off and wander back out this way. Presumably, it's a trip that can be made on foot."
Yeah. It would be
It
doubling back
increases
like
the
a
risk,
day.
of course.
Like a day.
We don't know the current state of the city or how our actions at the facility or with the train has affected things. We are newcomers. At least you all are. I may face a scrutiny. We're not officially citizens of Sarvale. If that pops up, I'm sure we could lie into an alibi, but that's adding on a lot of things. And at the end of the day, I'm just dreading talking to an old fucking man, so it's fine. It's just going to be turning the chocobo, begin to go that way.
Zed signals to the other three that we're going to take, going to change the route that Silas is leading us, and we'll kind of move to be audible to everybody and say, apparently Roscoe's family might have an airship we can use. I don't have a solution for the chocobo rentals, and just wheels a chocobo and follows Roscoe.
I will say Roscoe did give, I think, Asta a half down payment.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're
you
both
guys
out with
split
3
it.
grand.
Yeah, so Asta isn't taking the full the full loss.
Full hit.
It's only 3 grand? Jesus
Each.
Christ. Yeah, but I don't care about paying back Roscoe.
Yeah. It's basically like half the price or so of buying the chocobos, but most people take them back. You know, so
I feel like this really. God, this is actually going to change the tenor of this, of this man's business.
He's kind of a fuck anyway. It's fine.
he'll be out
Also,
like
Zed-
a good amount. Yeah.
Zed
No,
will
I would
ask
say-
somebody. Zed's gonna ask someone to
Presumably.
take them back.
So if I remember, like the cost of the rentals, like generally was just like a couple hundred or whatever for a
Yeah.
couple of days.
Yeah.
But suddenly, when does he go? This is no longer deposit money. This is money that I just get to keep.
It's a contract. We rented them for a number of days because we were going on family camping. trip.
Probably in like the next 2-3 days. He's just
It's
gonna
like
write that
how
off.
long does it stay in escrow? Like I
Yeah, he's gonna write
so you
that
get the
off.
tax.
It's a loss of
You
like
get
3
the tax
days.
write off.
Yeah.
Tax write off for the loss
Help you
itself,
to
and
replace the
also
supposedly missing
just
chocobos.
has $6,000 in Gil now.
Which is enough to
I'm-
replace like 3 of the chocobos, maybe.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about like tax fraud right now.
Zed,
Are any of them insured?
Zed near Roscoe's
Probably.
like, I guess I can just ask somebody from your family to take them back, and then they can like. Can you do bank transfers? Yeah.
You normally you could. It's a little trickier when you're on the run from the government.
Yeah, but I have multiple identities with which money could be transferred to.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Great. Yes, it's like to Roscoe. I'll just ask somebody from your family will take them back, right?
If anyone, Adusa would. She likes chocobos.
It'll be fine. I like chocobos. My chocobo's off somewhere being looked after by Kieran. Oh, his kids. Also, definitely not Kieran. Zed forgot who he gave his chocobo to. I haven't.
Okay.
So, hold on. What are we walking? The old man presumably is your father. And
Yeah.
do I just know about Roscoe's dad from my like expertise in history?
Roll.
Or would you like me to make a roll?
I think roll. I think it's obscure enough that it's not a gimme.
Oh, it's almost good.
I feel
Uh,
like I'm rolling a lot of ones and not a lot of like.
Yeah,
Roscoe-
for-
Ross, if it helps, if it technically counts, as it is about his own dad. Roscoe would just mention the full name, Vermond Goodbond.
I'm sorry. I was thinking about the IRS, and I fully have missed what context. What is
Nothing's
happening?
Nothing is happening. I rolled bad to know about Roscoe's dad.
History.
I think Zed's like, and he was some kind of, a kind person would fill in the gap that I left there with information. Roscoe.
Yep.
Zed, Zed like looks at you with so much anger, and he goes, "Is your sister married?"
If she was, she wouldn't tell me.
That feels
I should inquire
crazy.
about that.
Pointed. That's what that is. So here's what I'll tell you. Even the one you know just from Roscoe's like passing comments is that his dad was a higher ranking member of the Odalheim military. Their exact
Before the Empire.
he's quite old.
Because presumably if he was Empire aligned, I would know him.
Yeah, he's quite old because Odalheim's been under Imperial rule for like 20 plus years. And this guy was already a high ranking person at the time.
Zed thinks about some stuff and like nods and says, "Well, I mean, for the first time in a long time, you're provably not on the Empire side.
True. I have a feeling that won't matter too much. Expression things are black and white. To some people. Kind of like that with him. It's though it's closer to just what he thinks is fact. And actually, really, that's it.
Nothing good. Well, the least he can do is let us steal his airship. Do you want us to approach this as some kind of hustle to get the airship, or would you like family reconciliation? Because I can do either.
I will ask my family to take the ship. If that does not seem to be going correctly, well, on the chocobo turns and looks back at Agatha for a moment. It turns back around.
Agatha's not paying attention. Agatha is thinking about tax fraud.
We have other means to take it.
Mm. And worst case scenario, we trade them 5 chocobo for the airship. All right. Zed is uninterested in having this conversation anymore and looks around to see if there's anybody he is interested in having a conversation with and kind of decides that he comes up empty.
I get the feeling that
You don't want to talk about tax fraud?
Kristen, this is a
This is a
gambling
tangent for
situation.
Kristen, not for.
This is like
not
when
for
I say
Agatha.
something about gambling and Jex is like, this doesn't make sense.
I think that there is a 1000% chance that Zed understands imperial taxation law better than anybody in the entirety of this like country almost. He'd be like top 25 in this country for understanding imperial taxation. And he is not interested.
All right.
Because just giving his best Agatha Solon impression. At the front on his chocobo.
I could, if you like, I could turn your outfit into a sleeveless hoodie.
That would actually make me feel better. Yes.
Roscoe will have to be riding a chocobo shirtless for a while.
Absolutely. That's fine.
Great.
You said this like it's a
Hey,
negative.
hey,
It's a plus.
Agatha does notice this. It pulls her out of thinking about tax fraud, and she rolls her eyes and goes, "Oh," so loudly.
I'm gonna make a Weaver's Tools check.
If Roscoe sees that Agatha is annoyed that he is now riding the chocobo shirtless, he will make his pecs bounce.
Mind you, they're already bouncing a little bit because of the gait of the chocobo, right?
Yeah.
So it's like really
Sun's out, guns out. It's fine.
throwing them out there.
I really want this to look like a boxer's like hooded thing, but it does
Yeah.
have the drawstrings for you to hide in it that are exactly the same as Agatha's.
Did you say buns out, guns out, or suns out, guns out?
Sun's out, guns out.
No, butts out.
Sun's
Sun's
out,
out.
sun's out,
Apparently,
sun's out, buns out.
he's
It's
not
crazy.
wearing pants either.
He is in the nude.
Fully nude, rides up to the estate. I've come home, father.
Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. You guys detour. There's enough time that then you finish cutting and resewing the sleeves of this hoodie. Get back to Roscoe. As you guys approach, you can see it is a. First, it looks like a very nice countryside estate. right? Not like huge, not a mansion or anything, but like clearly like there's a lot of land attached to the like kind of you know, large but not ridiculous home, and then like some outbuildings, like, you know, there's a very large storage, probably like a lot looks like a really large garage, almost like a barn, like a very large barn, stuff like that. But as you get closer, it's very clearly not as well upkept as it could be. Like, you know, in recent years, there's definitely some things that have needed to be done. The trimmings are not as nice as they probably once were, etc. That being said, it's not entirely abandoned either. Like the very highly trafficked areas are still fairly well kept. There's no guards or anything like that. As you are riding up, there's just the door to the front. There are also like fields attached to this. That's like say a vineyard. I don't remember if that's me thinking that or if that's something that Chris had said.
I don't think I gave too much
Specific.
detail about the estate.
We're gonna say it's an orchard, so I think I like that a little bit better. More
Out of
perfect for the climate.
curiosity, as we're riding up to this estate, what's this estate like in size compared to the Valkurt estate that Zed used to go to?
I wouldn't say tiny, but smaller.
Okay, so not on the same level, of course.
Yeah.
Great.
This
Good
is
to know.
probably like, you know, 10, 12 bed, whereas that one's like
Okay.
30.
Yeah.
That place.
Zed's like looking around, taking in the orchard, and says, how many people in your family? Just because I've met you, and if it turns into a fight, I'd like to know the numbers.
Father and mother, 2 siblings.
And none of them you're eliminating from a potential fight.
Not my mom.
Okay, so great. I can sit this one out.
Roscoe will hop off the chocobo, bring a hand up to the door. Does a thing where like its hand goes to knock, pops it, kind of like brings his hand back for a second, waits, and then does knock on the door.
So your hand goes up to knock, doesn't knock, pulls back to knock again, and the door opens. Like as you're like, oh. And as the door opens, you all see a large man, not as tall as Roscoe, but perhaps due to the ravages of age, more than anything. Because although he stands as straight as he can, there is a little bit of a stoop there. This is an old man. Completely like grayed out or white hair, but it's very well kept. Regularly styled, despite the age, like sharp look in the eye, still looking fairly muscular. Like for a 70-plus-year-old man, there is beef here to be found. And he does.
Yep.
He does have a cane that he is like slightly leaning on, as though it is keeping him up, but resting on as though he is like pausing in this moment. He's just like pulled open the door.
Roscoe stares at him for a moment. I think instinctively, flinches a little bit, more so not at the sudden appearance, but at his dad is way older than the last time he saw him.
Kind of taps the cane on the ground a couple times, like at the door, disheveled in whatever you might pass for clothes. What are you doing here, Roscoe?
Yes. At the door of my old family estate, asking to be invited in, as is proper manners.
And looks back. Your groupies? Oh wait, no, I've forgotten. You've fallen off of your career. Let's say fighter. So then, Imperial dogs behind you? Is that it?
Oh, fuck you, old man.
He kind of chuckles at that.
And yes, my previous career has hit a rather stagnant pause, but I have more to switch tracks. Perhaps I can inform you more about that, if I were not still standing at the threshold of this door.
Make a persuasion check. Are you trying to be like reconciliatory? And how unusual with this is this tenor versus the last time you spoke?
The last time Roscoe and his father spoke, I do think there were some fists involved. This is much better.
Yeah.
One, because Roscoe was like, okay, well now like you're an old man, so I'm not going to. That kind of killed a lot of the momentum of anger that Roscoe had. But he's not purposely being inflammatory, I guess. $12.
I'm happy. There's a bit of a glimmer. At least you've learned some manners. Come in. He'll tap a couple times again at the door frame and just like turn around to walk off. Kind of just assuming that you know where to go.
Yep, Roscoe follows behind.
Zed will follow quite close to Roscoe and murmur, well, nobody threw a punch yet. At least a physical one.
If he did, he'd fall over.
I guess that is mentally identifying good places to graffiti. I need you to know that. She's not going to
Sure.
do it yet.
Sure.
In my experience, old men tend to throw punches that matter the most.
As you're walking in, again, you can see like home feels like it needs maintenance, but it's very clean. Like it's the harder, more intensive stuff that hasn't been redone in a while. But it's like well maintained, much in the same way that your father looks at the moment, like wearied by age, but well kept nonetheless. He heads into his study.
Roscoe pauses a bit as he, I don't think many oftentimes in his life has been told to go into his study when he was growing up. But will.
Yeah. good.
He's not telling everyone to like follow him or anything. He just trails after, and I don't really think it's thinking about them right now.
Well, they forgot
Watches
everybody else.
Roscoe. Zed watches what Roscoe leave, and there's like an element to Zed that's like, well, I kind of want to be where Roscoe is in case things go badly and Roscoe needs support, and then looks at these three and is like just unsure of leaving them to their own devices. So he watches Roscoe leave and then like say to the others, I guess that means that we have free reign to find somewhere to relax.
I suppose so.
While respecting the privacy of the people that live here.
Agatha sits on the ground where she is.
You're just like in the foyer.
Zed
Yeah.
has a flashback to being like backhanded by someone wearing a signet ring for standing one step in the wrong spot, and wonders if maybe that was actually good education.
She lies down.
Okay. Zed leaves Silas in charge of looking after Agatha, because he feels like that's Silas's best job right now, and says to Asta, well, maybe we can go find either a sitting room or something like that, or perhaps this airship.
I'd be okay with either.
Great. Zed is going to walk through the house, very much like respecting not opening closed doors and stuff, but like if he finds somewhere that looks like a sitting room, he'll wait there. And if he finds something that looks like it leads to where an airship might be docked, he'll go there.
I will,
Yeah.
if Andrew is okay with it, if you're okay with me throwing in a detail about the home, if Agatha is staying in the foyer is something that she would probably see. Based on the description of the house, probably the most color and vibrancy in the entire house is the fact that there is numerous paintings lining the walls that are all signed by Marta Cabant.
Is that something I could make a history check on?
Yes, I'll say it's pretty dark. It's something.
Sure. There's always a world where this was you just could afford nice paintings.
For a little bit for me. 22. You've heard the name at one point. You can't like none of the names of the paintings or anything comes to mind. It's like when somebody who's generally knowledgeable like hears I'm trying to think of like a painter. Like I don't know. Like Vanderhoven or something. Like I don't know. One of like the mildly famous like painters from like the 17th century, where it's like, yeah, I think I've heard that name before. Like they're a painter, right? That's the vibe that you get, but that still means that like they're fairly famous, at least in the art world. So these would probably be worth something if they were to be sold. Although you also know that devalues art by putting more out there. They're pretty nice. They are, it's a lot of landscapes, portraits, stuff like that. You see what is like obviously images of a younger Roscoe. Same thing, like the husband, you can see like, oh, like this clearly is this man that I just saw, but like 40 years ago kind of thing. And they are, again, they're very well made, whether it's your style or not. They're mostly oil paintings.
Agatha notes this down, and I think really does sort of like shunt this away in her brain as fucking rich people, man. And some other private thoughts that will remain private for now. And then still lying on her back, pulls out like an orange and just like tosses it and catches it for the next few minutes, waiting for you to come back out.
I think Silas is mostly looking at the paintings, while kind of also just like being with it. Before we go to Roscoe, I will say for the other two, as you're moving through, you do see there's you don't find a sitting room immediately. You can see like the doorway to the dining room, which you could sit in. There is an open door to a kitchen. If those don't immediately spark interest, you head down the way a little bit to what seems to be like an atelier. There's a woman inside who is currently seems to be painting.
Oh, great. Excellent. Yes, that's perfect. We go there. Because the dining room seems too familiar. The kitchen feels like not an appropriate place. We were left to our own devices. We found a person. Let's talk to the person.
All right.
Zed,
okay.
Zed will knock very gently on the wall, like the open door jams.
The woman kind of turns over again, older, maybe a little bit younger than the man. Still very like put together. They're wearing an apron. They are kind of smudged with paint. Their hair is pulled back. It is like largely gray with a few specklings of brown still in there. And she's currently like in front of a very large canvas, like working on it. It's different than the paintings in the foyer and in the hallway. It has much more of an aggressive vibe to it, where there is like an image of a man. It's not done, but there seems to be like an image of a man being martyred, a soldier, if you will. But depictions in the background, it's very clearly meant to be kind of symbolic. There's a lot going on, even in this unfinished version of this work. But she pauses. She's, hello, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting visitors. How can I help you? Puts the paint down.
Asta, Zed doesn't ever sound like this. There's like a different version of Zed that you hear. And Zed says, "Oh, yes, I'm terribly sorry. I don't know if it's my place to say, but we came with Roscoe. You probably didn't hear him knock because
Roscoe's here.
Yes.
That damned man.
Zed makes a wild, educated guess.
Brushes.
Says, your husband, his father, opened the door before we could knock, and it seemed to go well enough that he invited us inside, and then Roscoe and he left to the study, and we were simply looking for a place to sit, or we were kind of left to our own devices.
She shakes her head. She says, "Well, come. Let me sit you down. Get you some things." And she'll kind of just like brush past you, like opening a door to a sitting room, like filing out to the kitchen, very quickly grabbing some things, like a tray, cookies, some like pot of tea that seemingly was like ready for guests at any moment. Before like going back to the sitting room, saying, "Was it just the two of you?"
Oh no, we left a vagrant teenager we have picked up with their teacher. They were laying on the floor in the lobby. Last I saw.
Choice of company hasn't changed much. Mind fetching them for me?
Zed looks at Asta
And she's
and
like,
is like, Asta, can
putting
you...
plates down and like
Yes, I
placing
will
teacups.
go fetch Agatha.
Thank you. I forgive you about the computers. The
Thank
guns.
you.
And Zed says, my name is Raze.
She'll
Which
put out a
Roscoe does
hand.
know is Zed's real name. Like, but Roscoe's not here.
She'll put out a
Zed
hand. It
very
says,
gently
Marta.
takes it. I have been a friend of your son's for some time. I'm glad that our paths brought him back here.
She says, well, I'm glad that he's seemingly perhaps no longer with the military. Bad for business.
I think, like most stories, there are layers to Roscoe's.
She kind of nods. She says, well, people are very complex. Not going on. While that's happening, back in the study, your father's kind of just like standing slightly like in front of a fireplace, currently out, but just kind of like looking up at a very old picture of like him and some of his friends in the Odelheim military at the time. When you walk in, shut the door, Roscoe. But he seems to just be kind of waiting.
I think Roscoe lets the silence sit for a moment, not too long, but enough to walk up a reasonable distance closer, enough to where he can like feel the heat of the fireplace and such. And I think he probably has thought about, if he ever spoke to his father again, the things that he would say many times. And I think all of that isn't there right now that he's actually there. And so he takes that time to think, and if in that pause Vermin doesn't say anything, Roscoe will finally say, even as a kid, I don't think I've ever said this, which I'm sure annoyed you. But you were right. About something, at least.
Turns back to you.
I shouldn't have joined. And another thing you were right about, at least in that regard, is you were right about me. I joined for my own reasons and was blind. And I'm not going to say that you're right about anything else, because frankly doing so is making me quite ill.
He kind of nods as well. I wasn't expecting this. I won't. I won't say that I can forgive everything that you've done. Surely I don't know everything that you may have done. But a man who comes to the light late sometimes can be stronger than one who was there all along. So I respect you walking away.
Takes a breath. It continues. I will not get into the fine details. For my own reasons. But for quite some time, I have been working in the opposite interest of the Empire. And more so specifically, have been a part of dealing some great blows to it, I believe. You may hear about some of that in the coming days. So, I'm not done.
And it just looks at you like eyebrow raised, like, okay. Interrupting me, I see. Still haven't learned manners, I see. Doesn't say that, but that's implied by the eyebrows.
It is fine that I have not earned your forgiveness or whatever it is. I didn't come for that. But I also didn't come to rehash an old fight. That never goes anywhere. I said what I said earlier. To say this. I am still not the person that you so desperately wanted me to be. And I do not apologize for that. But I'm not the person that left this home. Me and my companions need to leave the country relatively soon. I came to ask for assistance, as I know you can give it. And I will also be very blunt. I did learn that from you. If you don't give me assistance, you likely still will, forcibly. There are some things more important than manners.
And this is I can respect that you have changed. I'm terribly angry that you allowed your mother to think that you were still working for the Empire for all this time. You've been a turncoat. You don't think that I don't still keep in contact with some of the fellows. I hear about the things that Imperials have done in the last decade or two. As much as she might not have told you, the thought of you participating in such activities shakes his head. But I have never been anything but an ally to those who would resist the Imperial forces. So if your friends need aid, they may have it. But you, my friend, you must beg not me, you must beg your mother for forgiveness. For I am a soldier. I can understand such things and rationalize your actions, though I may disagree with them. Your initial choices. You must understand that when we fought when you left, you were not fighting me. You were fighting your mother's spirit. So I have but one condition. You must go and apologize to her, not to me. I have no need for such things. So you say you will not give it, I will not ask for it. You wounded her heart every time she heard about some such new invasion, conquest, the thought of you participating. Taking the homes from other people and children so that the empire might grow fat on their own spoils. Rather than having stayed here and attempted to defend our own, you enjoyed that. And for that, you must apologize, not to me, but to your mother.
Yes, you've made that very clear.
I can respect that you have changed and done things to and I can ignore the rest of it. That is fine. You may take the airship and go if you wish.
I plan to speak with her anyway. So that works out well. Your brother, unfortunately, probably will not understand. He's out of the house at the moment. Yes, I imagine if he was home, this would be a much different conversation.
He shrugs. He says, the two of you never got along. Far before you just made this decision. Coming to the right side would likely not end that rivalry. If you need of any other supplies, we have some stores here. Well, older, but though they are weapons, a few family heirlooms, perhaps.
Any assistance you could provide would be appreciated.
I will, one of your companions, the sort of, quartermaster in charge of inventory. Certainly it is not you. Though you are in more dire straits than
I think if you have to think about who would keep inventory, it's like it would either be Zed or Asta. I think, like, that has a lot of pockets.
Yeah, you're thinking, who has the most pockets in the group?
Certainly one of them.
Asta has
It's
a lot, but I
it's
feel like Zed
definitely-
probably has more hidden ones.
Zed has more pockets because Zed
Yeah.
doesn't carry bags, so all of his things are pockets.
Agatha does have a seemingly endless backpack of fruit leather, though, so that has to
Agatha
expand
is-
to something.
It's true.
Like,
Agatha is just absolutely not in charge of the group's stuff.
Agatha's bag holds exclusively fruit leather.
It's probably made of
And
fruit
spray
leather.
paint.
It's an edible bag.
There's the fruit leather, the spray paint, and then the trail mix. The trail mix that's
No,
chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, apple chips, banana chips, and potato chips. We've talked about
you
this.
guys are forgetting the hundreds of Magitech music playing
Oh, yes.
devices.
oh yes.
Yeah,
that's
and
definitely
also the ball bearings.
Yeah, and the ball bearings.
Well, that's a little pouch.
No,
But,
not
yeah.
Agatha.
I think you're underestimating the number of ball bearings.
like that big. 10,000 ball
Yeah.
bearings.
Roscoe will
10,000
move
ball
to-
bearings.
We'll move to leave the study. And again, to the possible question of who keeps up with inventory, it's more of a group thing.
I shall speak to all of you, I suppose.
Besides, you left everyone else out there alone. Mother's already found them and probably are forcing a cup of tea down their throat.
As we cut
This
to
is genuinely the most pleasant conversation Zed has had in like
Yep.
3 months.
yeah. Agatha, do you join them for tea or are you like, no? Wanna?
Whenever they y'all come back and to collect Agatha and Silas, Agatha has switched from lying on the ground tossing and catching an apple or orange or whatever I said to the young Roscoe paintings. Agatha is going up to each one and like mimicking the pose and facial expression for like a couple of beats.
I think Asta just stands there and watching you do that for a bit, just kind of thinks to herself, "Ah, teenagers." I don't think she says anything. You just hear her kind of exhale loudly in the entrance of the room.
If you want my attention, I have a name.
Agatha, you are being invited to have some tea with, I believe, Roscoe's mother.
Okay. And she turns to Silas.
Andrew.
I assume Silas is
sorry.
going to go with Asta.
Yeah, Silas is already like walking over that way.
Yeah, no, Agatha will follow in the footsteps of Silas.
Come, Miss Locke, we should greet
Okay.
the owner of the house.
Yeah, Agatha shrugs but follows along.
Leaning back down to the sitting room.
Yeah, 5 cups of tea have been poured. That's wrong. 4 cups of tea have been poured. And then there's like trays with like snickerdoodles and biscuits and oatmeal raisin cookies. And salmon and cream cheese and bread.
Zed's
A
asking.
random mixture of things.
Is it Mato?
There's a little
Yeah.
plate of mini hot dogs.
Yes, some little sausages.
Zed's asking her about like painting techniques
Mhm.
because he knows a not inconsiderable amount about art, but he doesn't particularly know a lot about artists. But he did like a fine arts like period of his schooling.
So, she kind of like will try to describe some of the things that she does to you, but you get the vibe. I'm not well versed in painting, but to do this somehow. You get the vibe that like this is not a person who went to art school. This is a person who loves to paint, right?
Mm.
So she'll like describe things that she does, but like the terminology is not something that she is as.
Yeah.
Thing.
Zed says, I remember when I was doing my various paintings and sculptures and things that it never resonated. And it wasn't until I began to tell stories and paint scenes that I felt passion for that art form. And I think somehow that's a much truer veneration of art than to be schooled and understand every aspect of it.
Yeah, I always wish that Roscoe would have been could have been a painter. He never had the patience for it.
That
His brother Albert, too much like their father, could do it, but it always lacked something. And then Medusa is a great painter, but unfortunately, most of the household is into lifting weights and punching faces. Transfers over.
Zed chuckles and says, "Yes, as I grew up, it became more and more obvious that my close family was interested in vastly different avenues of life than I was. But
Well, of course,
this is the thing
your
with
family.
families. Well, cousins, you can take them or leave them.
Yes. And as a parent, you learn that you can't always impress your hobbies upon your children. Well,
Hmm.
for my husband, that took 2 children to figure out. But
Well, I hope to one day have the same challenge."
it's like, would you like an apple? They're fairly freshly picked. She puts up.
Yes, I saw your expansive orchards, and Zed will reach and take one.
She says,
But he's like, it's very rare that he's having conversation with someone not for a purpose. Like, he's not trying to make her feel anything about Roscoe. Like, he's just enjoying chatting to somebody that isn't somebody that is
Out of it.
more high class than the people that he normally has to deal with.
yeah, just kind of having a very pleasant, very normal conversation. And she will turn to probably to Agatha at one point and say, "What of you? What are your? Do you have any hobbies, young miss?"
And I used to. I mean, I don't know. Not. I guess not any more. I actually used to paint with my stepmom.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. I don't get to do it with her anymore, so I've had to make my own sort of versions of it. As a bunch of cans sort of jingle ominously in a bag.
She said, when we were always traveling or spent much time in the city, and I didn't have access to all of my paints, I took up sketching. Mostly, I would just carry a notepad and some charcoal. So there's always a way if you love something.
Mhm. I did a little bit of calligraphy also. Sidebar, foraging. Foraging hall passes. And that's been, I think, the easiest thing to port around.
I don't have much experience with it. I did get paid to paint a few signs in the village a while back. That was very fun, very different kind of exercise. Experience, very commercial.
Yeah, those were yours in the hallway, right?
Yes. Well, I would just as soon sell them and make new ones, but my husband always has his favorites. Likes to hang those. This one, and she'll actually point across the way, and you can see it is like, this is probably like 35 years old or so. So Adusa is like an infant. It's a family portrait. Adusa is like an infant. Roscoe is like 10 years old. And then their brother Albert, who you've seen in these paintings before, but obviously never met, is probably like 15, 14, 15. And although it is an oil painting, it is illustrated as though they are having trouble standing still for a picture. Like that is the vibe that she went for in this moment. It's probably copied off of a photo, you would think, or something like that. Like they used something else as a reference. She says, "You know, I actually hate that painting. I did it, and I thought it would be quite interesting, but then I realized that I hate the way that's you know, we're all fussy, and it's not very neat. But for whatever reason, Vermont loves that painting. Because it's a more real snapshot of maybe some of my other works of life. So I leave it up there, even though it's not one of my most preferred paintings."
I think very, very specifically, I think Agatha has shrunk a lot in this conversation. And is like, I think has this like fear that if she tries to pop up her hood, somebody is going to like bop her on the back of the head and tell her she's being rude. So that's going to be like, that is a tension that she is fighting right now that perhaps only Orion is insightful enough to pick up on.
Yeah. Silence is just enjoying the conversation though. Very nice, very pleasant. And it's probably around this time that Roscoe enters with Vermont. And Marta is very happy, but like immediately, like almost, she doesn't fan herself because she's not like that kind of person. Like, the moist eyes begin like reflexively as soon as Roscoe like steps into the door, and she sees that you are like a decade older than she like when she last saw you, kind of thing. And she goes to hug you. It says,
Roscoe hugs back immediately, reflexively, almost.
"Please eat. Have something." And she kind of gesture for you to sit down, like host first. Trying to remember that. And she pours you a cup of tea and is kind of just happy to just sit with you for a moment. Like if you go to say anything, she just like waves you off. Like, no, right now, let's just sit.
Roscoe instinctively reaches for where he knows the like little sugar dish is usually always kept, and is just mindlessly putting in like probably too many spoonfuls of sugar into his tea, as is usual for him.
Vermont's going to turn to the others and say, "So, I've been told that you might need some supplies. You've asked for the airship, which I'm sure will." Looks at Roscoe, looks at his wife. "I'm sure that we will accommodate. So, what are you most lacking in supply-wise? Where might you be heading, if you don't mind sharing? Or just how far you might be going, so I know how much to give you."
I believe we predominantly need food supplies. Zed outlines like the distance. He's like reticent to tell them where,
Sure.
just because he doesn't like many people knowing like the exact direction he's going. And he says, he kind of looks around and says, "I don't know if the others need anything more specific in terms of supplies." He kind of looks down and says, like looks down at his own pockets and kind of says, "If you have any bolts of fabric and thread and things, I wouldn't mind having some of them, but I don't need anything beyond that."
I think for the
That's
specifically the fabric, he'll glance at his wife, who like nods. He's kind of like mentally jotting this down.
First aid supplies would be useful. We've found ourselves in quite a few scraps recently.
It's
Yes.
actually pull out a little sheet of paper.
And I might have a letter to leave for Ajusa if we met in passing when we were in Sorvale. If you don't mind passing it on to her.
Easy enough, of course, of course.
Oh, and if
It's not a love letter,
you
is
could
it?
look. Zed looks at Roscoe, and let me see how in this moment Zed's infallible poker face is going. There's like a moment that Zed looks like really young and quite cheeky about it. He goes, "No, I fear I enjoy my personage unpunched too much. Mostly I was hoping that she'd be able to return to Chocobos. Since I know that
Enough.
she frequents Sarvale."
Your loss is. Any weapons? We have a few. Again,
Oh,
our
I
older
threw my
bases.
pistol into the lava. If you do have a pistol, that would be very useful.
Certainly.
Zed had forgotten that pistol up until that exact moment. It does not need to be a good nor functional pistol. It's mostly for show. Zed looks at the others, not saying
Simple
anything.
enough.
Goes, if you have any stabbing weapons
Certainly.
of note.
There's an old. I mostly in guns and knife work and that sort of thing, being the age that it is. But my father was an expert rapierman.
Well,
Fencer is probably the proper term. As I say that out loud.
yes. Or even like if you'd chosen like Epi instead of rapier.
Yeah.
Zed says, well, yes, young companion, you wield a rapier. My eyes haven't deceived me. Zed's just seeing if Agatha will talk.
I mean, yeah, sure, this was I've gotten kind of comfortable with this one, but it's a bit rusty and old. It was my granddad's.
Well, perhaps we could trade, and I shall fix that one up for you. And if you ever return, we can swap them back.
I think Agatha is. Oh man, this is such a low insight party. Agatha is like so sweaty and nervous, and actually, I do think glances over at Roscoe for permission.
The only thing you need to defeat Agatha, two somewhat nice old men, or sorry, old people.
Roscoe sees you. I'll make an insight check because I do not have good insight. For once, not bad. We'll look back at Agatha and we'll then look over her shoulder for a moment to speak to Vermin. It would be in good hands. She's very skilled. Much more than Albert.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, he loves his great sword. Yes, he does. Here. to, just because we're close to end time, we might, I think we'll come back to some of the role play stuff at the top of the next session. But past this in the next scene, Asta, the airship, once it's shown to you, it's the sort of thing where it's like, they've turned it on regularly. It's not like non-functional. If you were going to take it out, ideally you would probably, you wouldn't want to work on this for like several days, but you could like fix it up in an afternoon enough that like you're comfortable flying around. It's just not going to be, it's an old car sitting in the garage that they've turned on like once a month.
Yeah. They let the engine idle for 20 minutes every month or whatever.
Yeah, it's still not perfect. It could definitely use a tune-up, but it's not like broken.
Okay.
And it's like a sleek. It has like the air balloon style, but it's like a pretty sleek vessel. It's closer to like a yacht style of a boat, whereas you're a little bit more used to like cargo vessels or like airliner styles. This is definitely like a bit different, but it's probably pretty zippy. Once you tune it up, it'll have some kick to it.
I relay that kind of general information to the group to kind of see what the vibe is, if we want to take it, or if we want to just take our chocobos back, or if we want to take it with us. And I'm so sorry, brain fart. You already said you're going to have someone take the chocobos back for us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're taking this airship, and the chocobo situation is dealt with in a way that is definitely resolved, and nobody will think about ever again.
Okay. My money.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
But also,
I'll kind of explain, like, it's not going to be, it's better than what we had kind of with the Brazilium, because it's meant for comfort, but it is still small, so it's not going to be as spacious.
Yeah.
Zed will say, if you need to show or teach anyone how to fly, and then there's a moment where he's kind of forgotten that this personality that he wears doesn't like airship stuff, and he goes, I volunteer Agatha. Remembering that he can't really do that.
Fly.
Silas will raise a hand slightly.
I think I can teach Silas.
Wait, what's
I
Wait.
think that Miss Luck would actually be a deft pilot, but I'm happy to learn as well.
Very well, both of you then.
Matt,
will learn.
point of order. Agatha is very specifically not stupid. Like,
No,
if that is
I know,
the-
but
okay.
what's
It's
your?
not about that you can't do
It's not
it.
about
It's
that. It's
about
about like
Agatha
who's
would be
good
good
to
at
be
it.
flying versus doing other things on
But
the ship.
Agatha would be good at anything on the ship, is the thing.
Yeah, it's like, is that the best place for you versus you having you do other things instead?
I assume that you
Because
didn't
you
want
are good at
Agatha
other
to
stuff.
like hijack the ship while they were piloting and land it somewhere and be like, well,
Also, maybe that.
I'm in
I
charge. now.
assumed that you didn't
You did
want
your
to put up
impulse.
with teaching Agatha, and that would also be valid. But I did think Agatha was the best suited for it, but could do anything on the ship.
Like, I think
And
because
Zed
you are more
doesn't
versatile
like
than
flying.
others, I'd like to have you in reserve to do other things or be more flexible to move around doing other stuff. But you can still, but I'll teach both. I'll take the afternoon to tune it up, and then teach
Sure.
both
Make
Silas and
a
Agatha that they
Tinker's
both can fly
Tools
it.
check for me.
Tinker's Tools. Shit.
Ooh. You have advantage on this,
Can I
don't you?
help?
Am I crazy?
Oh, I think you're
Because
right.
it's related to airships.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes, because I'm an airship
I
expert.
can tell.
Yes, I do have advantage. There we go.
Well, it was gonna be
It's much better. It looked like it for a second.
It still would have been a 13 then instead of a 12, and I could have done something else.
You're not sure who built this or what they were planning on using it, but this engine is like way more powerful than it needs to be. But you could either add on to the structure significantly without like losing a lot of speed, or in a pinch, like you could haul it. It would probably damage other parts of the ship, but like it's like they put a V8
Someone's cooked
in
me
a in like a tiny little Mazda. Entirely unnecessary.
Mhm.
But you tune it up like pretty quickly. You get everything pretty shipshape enough that you guys can leave the very next day. I think we're gonna stop there for now.
My note for
Yes.
Adusa is very simple, by the way. I do want to say it because I'll forget next week. It's please return these chocobos. We paid 6,000 for deposit. Please retrieve the deposit and then give it to Mongogo to place a bet on your next fight on you to win. And if that wins, please wire it to raise Banyan. Because a little bit it like launders the money, but also Zed's like, it would be really funny if she loses the next fight and you guys get none of your money back.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool. Well, on that note, possible money laundering, IRS. We're gonna end here. Goodbye for now. We'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Money laundering.